law, no vote, vehicle registration, no valid, and a VOP. If you want to need to approach so you can see it at least.
Clerk's getting it.
Okay.
We're ready to go, except the PD is gone again. Officer, is this is the Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're getting the. You got to hang on a second. We're getting the paperwork. Do I have to call the interpreter from up here?
Yes.
There you go.
Well, as soon as the clerk gets back, we'll do that. And she's back.
Sorry, Your Honor. I think my internet is.
Copy. Do you see her on your screen?
No, I don't see. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just you have her, Your Honor.
We're waiting for the clerk, Ms. Mankia.
I'm sorry.
How do you say your name again?
Zara Manicure. Did you need me to put my appearance on the record?
Manika. Well, we're not on the record yet. We're waiting. The clerk went to get the paperwork for the Spanish interpreter,
Okay.
and we'll get going as soon as she comes back in.
Sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear that.
I didn't say anything. Okay. All right, so we'll go on the record for IAs on June 24th, 2020. Let's do announcements for the record. Ms. Kennedy Swanson first.
Kathy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of the State Attorney.
Ms. Manika.
Zara Manicure for the Office of the Public Defender.
All right. So, do I hit interpreter here?
Over there.
Your Honor, it's a lot of static and we can't see you at all.
Can't see me?
No. We just- We can see the public defender.
Hi.
Good morning.
Oh, Mary.
Oh,
Good morning.
And it's a lot of static, very lot of static.
yeah. Unfortunately it's the connection I think that the PD has, but that it is what it is.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, interpreter, are you there?
Okay.
Hello. Hello, is the interpreter there? It said we have 3 participants. So that's us, the PD, and the interpreter. So I believe they're there.
Was it in courtroom too?
I don't know. Can I try again? It just said add interpreter. Add, which I did. Merge. Orange interpreter is showing up there. Interpreter, can you hear me? Hello? Do we have an interpreter? Yes or no?
Probably not. They're not saying anything.
Can we roll this to the afternoon and try it again? Or get technical help or something? Maybe we.
Well, it's a phone. Is it in the phone number up there? Right in front of you?
Oh yeah. So which one do I call it? AD? The 60522? We got 7 participants. 3 participants left. Why is that not working? Hey, Paul, this is Judge Johnson. We're in the courtroom.
Yes, sir.
And we can't hear the interpreter. I don't know if they can hear us. Look, we add them. Somebody's muted. Who's that?
That should be the unit that's right in front of you. That's muted. So I don't see the interpreter on the line at all right now.
Well, here. Can you stay on while I add them again? Okay, we're going to add them again. And then I'll merge. Oh, this is Osceola interpreter. Why is it going to Osceola?
It's possible that an interpreter from Osceola is picking up.
Okay.
An interpreter can pick up from one or Osceola.
All right, well, so apparently they picked up.
Okay.
And this is what's happened like 3 times. And every time I ask if they're there, we don't hear anything. I don't know if they're hearing me, but we're not hearing them.
Bear with me 1 second, Judge. I'm just double checking something. Judge,
Yeah.
to your right-hand side, you should see a white touch screen.
Yeah. You want me to use that interpreter one?
Yes. Could you try that and see if that makes a difference?
It says adding. Okay. It stopped.
And then when you merge,
It doesn't have merge. It has add, but it has hold, keypad, transfer. Turn off video, add, share, hold, keypad, transfer, and call.
it's not allowing to merge.
Sí. Still hear me, but
Yes, sir.
it sounds, the defendant just said something in Spanish, so we're
They're communicating on that.
yeah, we're guessing that he can hear, they can hear each other.
Let me look at it. It's super short.
Yeah, it does sound like typing, but I think it's static.
Oh.
Hey, Paul, on the little white Cisco thing,
Yes, sir.
my mute button is lit up green.
On the one that's in front of you,
Yes. Should I
the
hit?
microphone should be green.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's why it is off. Never mind. We got to get going. Can we? Can we move this to the end of the docket and see if Paul? Can you work on this while we do other cases?
Sure, absolutely. I just pushed a button, so is it possible for you to see the interpreter here?
Hello, interpreter. Can you hear me now? Mr. Interpreter, Ms. Interpreter, non-gender specific interpreter. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Are you the interpreter?
No, this is Ari Custon. I'm the public defender's manager. I'm going to be on. My video isn't on, but Zara's computer isn't working, so we're having tech look at it. So just know that I'm here, but the video just isn't on because I didn't log on that way, okay?
Okay. No, she was, but she left.
She will be back on soon.
So Paul, I'm gonna start the docket, and can you just let us know?
Absolutely. I will keep working on this.
Okay, once you get it, yeah, once we're good, just let us know and we'll go back. Now that it looks like on my screen, the interpreter from Osceola, whoever answered the call, is still there. But I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna start going on the docket.
Okay, and I will keep working on this.
Okay, thanks. Let us know when we're good to go.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let's see. We did announcements. Actually, we have a new representative from the PD. Can you announce for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Ari Custon from the public defender's office.
All right. So first things first, I have reviewed all the probable cause affidavits, and I find probable cause in the cases. Obviously, public defender, if you wish to make argument on any of those, please let me know. Also, pursuant to the current administrative order, all defendants are being appointed to the public defender's office. So we're not going to make that announcement in each case. I'm just making the blanket announcement now. So the first two that we have should be Austin Meadows and or David Bocchino. Is that Mr. Meadows?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, Mr. Meadows. Mr. Meadows, you were held over from, I guess, yesterday because the state was to submit some more information on the case, which they have done. I have reviewed it, and it, in my opinion, answers the questions that I believe Judge Wish had. So, I am going to let's see, this is Meadows. I'm going to stay your bond at none on count 1, and I'll stay your bond at $3,500 on the count 2, Ag Bat. All right?
So I have
And,
no
sir,
bond?
You do have the public defender. You can speak to them about that. Good luck to you.
So do I have no bond?
You have no
Yes.
bond on count 1. That's PBL, right?
No, hold on here. No, I don't believe so, Your Honor. Give me 1 second. I think a firearm, yes. Deadly weapon, no.
Oh,
But give me 1 second. Your Honor.
hang on. Bring him back. Sorry, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hang on. That's not PBL? Robbery?
Deadly weapon. I don't
Deadly
believe-
weapon? You guys gotta forgive me. This is not my. Oh, it says my.
I think it's a.
No, robbery, firearm, or deadly weapon. PBL, no bond. Attempt, I can set. Yeah.
Your Honor, also with the, even with the new information, we argue that the proof is not evident and the presumption is not great. That as for Mr. Meadows, that the alleged victim didn't know who that was when he was describing what that person did. And it was all foggy, but he remembered pretty much only the other 2 guys were involved in what they did. So we argue that this isn't enough for it to be found that he should be held no bond. So we do ask the bond be set.
Okay. I'm gonna deny him bond. This is 81213 2A. It is a punishable by life offense. So I'm gonna leave it at no bond.
And Your Honor, does that mean you're finding that proof is evident and presumption is great?
Yes. Okay, there's that one. All right, so Aquino. All right, Mr. Aquino, this is essentially same facts, same affidavits, and I'm also going to leave bond on count 1 at none, and I'll stay your bond at $3,500 on count 2. Good luck to you.
And Your Honor, for the record, we also argue proof is not evident or presumption great for his case.
Thank you. We'll make a finding that it is. All right. So now,
Your Honor, just to make you aware again that we can't see you.
you can't see me? Do they need to see me?
No.
They normally do. I don't know.
Well, I believe that the tech people are working on stuff. I don't know. You can hear me though, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. All right. Is this Adams?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Adams, you do qualify. Do we have a victim? We have some people out there. Do we have
No victim for Adams, Your Honor.
no victims? Oh.
No, they are victims, but not for this case.
Oh, okay. Well, just somebody give me a heads up when we get to
Yes.
one that has a victim.
Yes,
I wanna
Your
hear from him.
My
All right,
brother and I'm sorry to interrupt. My apologies.
All right. How old is Mr. Adams?
I'm 33, Your Honor, today.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sir, you qualify for pretrial release, and I'm going to release you on pretrial release. That means you don't have to post a bond, but you do have to abide by the rules that the pretrial release supervisor gives you, and you have to check in periodically. They will tell you how often. At this point, without any victim input, I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim. That means you can't go home. That also means no texting, no calling, no asking a friend to call, no nothing. You also will, once you're released, you will possess no weapons. You will turn over any firearms within 24 hours to, I guess, law enforcement? To law enforcement.
No objection to a one-time return.
Yeah, and thank you. I was trying to think. There's something else, but all right. And you may return to the residence with a law enforcement escort one time to retrieve your personal belongings. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
If I may ask, my brother and my dad did not show up. They told me yesterday they were going to show up to fill out the form so that I am able to go home. That I wasn't any kind of a threat or anything like that.
Sir, you have the public defender representing you now. I would talk to your attorney about filing a motion to modify your conditions of release if you wish.
I thank you.
All right. Michael Floyd,
Negative.
is that Mr. Floyd?
No, Mr. Kastner, Darren Kastner.
Did I skip somebody?
Yes. Kastner before Floyd.
Kastner. I don't have Kastner. Is this a move up?
You gave him to me.
Oh, I did? Did I? Oh, I made the notes on the PTR sheets. Did I give you the PTR sheet too?
No.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't think I had given you the prior one. All right, so this is Mr. Kastner, correct?
Correct.
All right. Sir, I'm going to, I did review the affidavit. I'm going to set your bond at $3,500 on count 1, 100 on count 2, and 500 on count 3. Okay, you are also to have no contact with the victim, Gail Marie Vessel. Also possess no firearms. Good luck to you, sir. There's no return.
Sir, Your Honor.
Yes.
If I'm not able to post bond, which nobody is answering the phone at this time, does that mean I will have to stay here until the court date?
Yes.
I was under the impression that I would get pretrial release because I've never had a felony of any sort.
Sir, you don't qualify as far as I know. Probably because you don't have an address would be my guess. I don't know, but you have the Office of the Public Defender representing you. They can file a motion for your release if there is cause.
We were unable to confirm his community ties at the time of his interview. Did you want to court order him to PTR?
No objection.
Okay, so I can do that?
Yes. Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right. What I'm being told is the reason that you indicated on your sheet you weren't eligible is because they couldn't verify some of the things that they needed to. But apparently I can order you PTR, and I will do that. You're still to have no contact, no weapons. But I will, and you have to abide by whatever rules the pretrial release supervisor gives you. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, when will I find that information out?
Yes, you will be provided all the information.
Will I be released, is what I'm asking. Yes?
When PTR says you can go, yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Michael Floyd?
Yes, sir.
All right. State, I did note Bonds. I put notes on here for Bonds, but I'd prefer to put him on PTR. He does qualify, and that way he'll be monitored. Any victim in this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Floyd, I'm going to release you on pretrial release. You have to abide by the conditions of pretrial release. You are to have no contact with the victim in this case. You will possess no weapons and no firearms. You may return. Let's see, they were in the same place? Oh, was this the hotel thing? I think they were living there. All right. You may return if you need to the residence one time with law enforcement to collect your belongings. No weapons, no firearms, and no contact with the victim. Good luck to you.
Thank you. We're here on vacation in a hotel. We also live in the same residence in Citrus County. Can I have access to the hotel to gather my belongings there also, please?
Yes, you may. With law enforcement escort, you may, yes.
Okay, thank you.
But you may not reside together until you file a motion with the court to change that condition.
Yes, sir. How do I get a police escort? Just contact?
You have the public defender is automatically appointed to you today, so contact your attorney about that.
Okay.
We do not have any forms left in the courtroom for the PD information.
All right, is this Garcia, Richard Garcia? Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
He's not interpreting.
Is this Garcia?
He's signed interpreter, Your Honor.
Oh, Garcia is?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna put him aside. All right, is this Cheryl Graves? Hello, is this Ms. Graves? Somebody let me know who this is?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Graves, I did review your affidavit. I'm going to set your bond on count one at $3,500. I am going to take no action on your detainer on the drug charges. I'm fine, they're unrelated.
What is that?
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
You gonna give her any condition?
He didn't hear you, Your Honor.
Oh, is it, hang on. No contact.
I lived there, he didn't.
Your Honor, can we have maintain separate residences?
Yeah, absolutely.
This way
Yeah, I
it doesn't
forgot
matter-
about this one. I was thinking it was a different one. All right, yeah, no contact with the victim. Must maintain separate residences. You will possess no weapons, no firearms. You may return to the residence one time to retrieve personal belongings with law enforcement escort.
If the defendant, I'm sorry, if the victim doesn't live there, no objection to her being able to live at that residence.
Right, it's my residence. He was just visiting.
Oh, he doesn't live there?
No.
All right, well, as long as that's true, then you may return, but you guys can't be there together. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. On the
All
return
right,
drug
then if you, so basically it's just maintain separate residence. As long as he's somewhere else, you can go back.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Sheila Perez.
I want to know what he said on the drug. Your Honor,
Sheila Perez, yes, ma'am?
I didn't hear you about the drug charges.
I didn't take any action on that, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right, is this Ms. Perez? I can't hear them. Well, I think this is supposed to be Sheila Perez.
Yes.
Hopefully it is. All right. PTR, the note I have says she wasn't interviewed, but has she been interviewed since
She
then?
has not been
She
interviewed.
has not been interviewed? All right. Can I give her a bond, but give her the option of PTR if she
Bond or
qualifies?
PTR in the alternative.
Say again?
Bond or PTR, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if she qualifies, I want to give her the option, so. All right, so I will grant you a bond of $2,500 on count one, $500 on count two. You are to have no contact with the victim. You may, oh, this is another hotel. Okay. You must maintain separate residences. If you need to return for personal belongings, you can do that with a law enforcement escort one time. You are to possess no weapons, no firearms. As an alternative, if you are interviewed and qualify for pretrial release, you may be released on pretrial release once you've been screened. Anything else, State?
What does that mean?
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Barnes, is this Barnes? Okay, Mr. Barnes. Mr. Barnes, you qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to release you on pretrial release. You are to have no contact with the victim.
Also, sir, if I may interrupt, the residence that is my primary residence, that the victim does not reside there at all.
Oh, this is the person that was allegedly staying there, right?
Yes, that's what the tenant that.
She said a month, he said 3 days.
I own that, I recently just
Okay.
purchased that property less than a month ago.
I got you. So the order is going to state that you must maintain separate residences as long as she doesn't live there. You may return to the property. If she's still there, you cannot, however. So the order will say maintain separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, and you must abide by whatever conditions pretrial release asks you to. Good luck to you, sir. Mr. Cosme? Mr. Cosme?
Good afternoon.
All right. Sir, you don't qualify for pretrial release. I will grant you a $500 bond. You are to have no contact whatsoever with the residents, with the victim.
Your Honor, the victim is also in custody.
Oh, was it? Oh, this is the one where they took them both?
Can we bring up Ms. Rodriguez?
Is she on this docket?
Erica Rodriguez.
Erica Lee.
Oh, this is the brother and sister one.
Erica Lee Rodriguez, Ms. Taylor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Defendant Romero, this morning interpreter. I just wanted to let you know that you might be able to connect.
Okay, somebody turn the microphone off.
The interpreter just joined, Your Honor.
I heard that, but we're getting echo after echo. Let me finish this case on Cosme. This is the brother and sister, but they live together, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe. Ms. Taylor, are you guys bringing in Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, we are, State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, well,
They're bringing her up, Your Honor.
Mr. Cosme, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Cosme, do you or your sister have somewhere else they can go?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry?
Is this your sister?
Sister?
All right.
State inquiry, Your Honor.
You may. You have sworn. Wait, you have sworn in?
Yes.
Okay.
They both have to be sworn in, yes.
Okay, well, let's do that. Can you both raise your right hands? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cosme, are you afraid of Ms. Rodriguez?
No, Miss Honor.
Would you like for her to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes. Yes.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
What was your answer, sir?
I say yes.
Ms. Rodriguez, are you afraid of Mr. Cosme?
No, ma'am.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
No, ma'am.
You do not want contact with him?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
What was her answer?
She said no, she does not want contact with her brother.
Okay, so back to my original question. Do either of you have somewhere else you can reside at the moment?
I do.
You do. All right, great. Then this is Rodriguez?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Rodriguez, so Mr. Cosme, you may return to the residence where this incident happened. No possession of weapons or firearms. Should we do no hostile contact? Or?
No, no contact.
All right, no contact whatsoever with your sister. No texting, no calling, no having other people call. Ms. Rodriguez, and you must maintain a separate residence. And Ms. Rodriguez, since you tell me you have another domicile that you can go to, I'm going to order that you, the same order, you maintain separate residence. So you may not go back, you may go back one time with law enforcement to collect personal belongings, you will possess no weapons or no firearms, and you will have no contact with your brother, no texting, no calling, no writing, no having other people do any of those things.
Yes,
She
sir.
qualifies for PTR, Your Honor.
Oh, she does?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, why didn't he?
We could confirm his community ties, no address, unstable employment.
Can I order him to?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, well, all right, so Mr. Cosme, both Mr. Cosme and Ms. Rodriguez, I'm going to release you on pretrial release, which is better because you'll be monitored.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you both.
Thank you.
All right, so we're up to Figueroa. Elizabeth Figueroa.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Figueroa, you do qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to release your pretrial release. You will have any you guys are going to let me know.
Yes,
Get
Your
a
Honor.
victim case, okay. You will have no contact with the victim. You guys live together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you may not return then to the residence, yeah, the apartment complex. Okay, you may not turn to the residence. You may return one time with law enforcement escort to retrieve personal belongings. Other than that, you will maintain separate residence. You will possess no weapons, no firearms, and you will have no contact with the victim whatsoever. Good luck to you.
Sir, may I speak for a minute?
What is it?
May I say
Your Honor, I
something?
advise that she doesn't speak at all about the facts of her case. If she has questions about her release conditions, that's the only thing I request she says right now.
Okay. Ma'am, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I live in the apartment and that's my place of work. He's not on the lease. The situation that got me here in the first place is that
Your Honor, this is where I hope she doesn't say
Yeah, okay.
anything. If we just request that if he's not there, she'll be allowed to return back. But if he is there, then obviously she would need to figure that out civilly.
Yeah, if he's still living there, ma'am, you can't go back. If he goes somewhere else, then you can. It's maintain separate residence.
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you. All right, Brandy Hodge. Brandy Hodge?
Your Honor, Hi, is she bond a PTR?
Oh, she was.
Yeah. didn't I-
PTR.
Yeah, I gave her PTR.
We can't hear her see you sometimes, we can't.
They're having a hard time hearing.
Oh, they can't hear me?
You can't hear us,
Well, we can, half the time we can't hear them. All right, is this Brandy Hodge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Excuse me. I was trying to remember the administrative order on sneezing before I did. All right. This is at the house, right? Yeah, they had a video from next door. Oh, yeah, okay. Ms. Hodge, you do not qualify for PTR. Why was it? Did she not qualify?
Able to verify community ties. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna order that you're released on pretrial release. And until we hear from the victim, you're gonna have no contact, no texting, no calling, no having other people do any of those things. You will possess no weapons, no firearms. You will maintain a separate residence. You may return one time with law enforcement to collect your personal belongings. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, I keep forgetting, we have the interpreter. Let's do the one interpreter case. Well, let's let them know. Corrections, is the interpreter still on?
Yes, Your Honor, the interpreter's still here.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. Do you guys have the interpreter defendant, or inmate?
Vargas. He said they're getting.
Madam Interpreter, have you been sworn?
Not yet, Your Honor. Talia Romero, Spanish interpreter for the record.
Is it up here? Is this it?
No, that's the sign interpreter. That's not it.
Oh. Is it this one? Oh, I think I put it over here. Here it is. I got it. All right. Can you swear her?
Yes. Do you swear to interpret from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, the testimony you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Dalia Romero, state certified Spanish interpreter for the record.
Okay. I believe I see somebody there. I believe that is Mr. Vargas. Mr. Vargas, is that you at the podium?
Your Honor, we're going to have to do it over the loudspeaker, so I'm going to have to ask him to remove the headsets. Señor Vargas, quítese los audífonos. ¿Puede escuchar la intérprete, señor Vargas?
Sí.
He can hear the interpreter, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Vargas, I am going to, why didn't I make notes on this?
Because you didn't read it yet.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Un momento.
So you have 4 different cases?
Yeah, well, he's got 4, I think, 2 different cases, but like 4 counts on 1.
That's a VLP.
No, this is the new one, I think. This is the 2020. The VOP is 18 CT. That's the top one, yeah. I'm just looking at the PC new one. Okay. All right, Mr. Vargas, I'm going to grant you bond in the new case, which is 2020 MM 46430. Are these separate case numbers or are they?
Yeah, they're separate.
Señor Vargas, le voy a otorgar una fianza en el nuevo caso que es el 20 46430.
All right. In that case, I'm going to grant you a $500 bond.
En ese caso le voy a dar una fianza de $500.
In 20 CT 3953 AO,
En el caso 20CT 3953 AO,
I will grant you a $500 bond.
también le voy a dar una fianza de $500.
And in case number 2020 CT 3954 AO, I'll grant you a $100 bond.
Y en el caso 20CT 3954 AO, la fianza es de $100.
Where's the where's the petty theft?
It's in there.
Okay, and in 2020 MM 4643 AO, I'll grant you a $250 bond.
En el caso 20 MM 4643 AO, I'm sorry, Your Honor, how much is the bond on that one for the interpreter?
250.
La fianza en ese caso es de $250.
And in case number 18 CT 7885 AO, the violation of probation, I'm staying your bond at none. You will have to seek release from the judge on that case.
Y en el otro caso, que es el caso de incumplimiento de probatoria 18CT7885, el juez mantiene la fianza en 0 en lo que está. Usted para ese caso va a tener que ir frente a ese juez y pedir que le den una fianza en el caso de incumplimiento de probatoria.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Bien, buena suerte, señor. Eso es todo.
You have one more case. 3945.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Do we have to bring him back?
Well, you can.
I'm sorry, guys. Can you bring Mr. I missed one. Can you bring Mr. Vargas back? Madam Interpreter, you didn't hang up yet, did you?
No, Your Honor, I'm still here.
Yay.
I'm sorry, we're having this issue with the sound. AV connected me this way, and they will be working, trying to figure out what might be the issue. But
Yeah.
for now, this is how we will be able to connect. Sorry for the
Okay.
inconvenience.
Do we have a bunch of Spanish this afternoon? Oh, we don't have any this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, it's one case. Okay, sir, Mr. Vargas, my apologies, sir. In case number 2020 CT 3955AO, I'll grant you a $100 bond in that case.
Señor Vargas, perdone, el juez se omitió hablar del caso 20CT3955AO. En ese caso se le da una fianza de $100.
Una pregunta.
I have a question.
Okay.
Bien.
¿Cuánto será en total la fianza?
So how much is the total of the bond?
It'll be on your paperwork, sir.
Todo va a estar en los papeles que le van a dar, señor.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Put your mask on.
All right, Martinez, this is Martinez? No? Ernesto Martinez is the next one I have.
Behavior. He's behavior.
Oh, behavior?
Yes, sir.
All right, are we, PD, are you waiving?
Yes, Your Honor, we're waiving. What we've previously been doing is sending out the no contact information, and then I believe the jail is also getting them to sign it if there's no witness there.
Do we have a witness in Ernesto Martinez?
No, Your Honor.
No, all right. And the note says PTR just because he wasn't interviewed?
He's in
Are you saying corrections get them to sign the contract, sheet?
I think when they're getting released, it's part of their paperwork and that they sign it then.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about us, huh? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I was going to give him a bond or PTR if he qualified.
He's in Safewood, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to see him.
Oh, he's in safe, but, oh. All right, well, I'll give him a $500 bond to have no contact with the alleged victim, maintain separate residence, no weapons, no firearms. Did I say no contact already? Okay, no contact. All right. Good luck to that person. All right, Melendez.
There's a victim, Your Honor.
Do I speak?
All right. Come on in, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Madam Clerk, would you be so kind as to swear the witness?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please state your name for the record.
Jeremiah Negron.
Can you hear him?
Jeremiah Negron.
Okay. All right, Mr. Negron, are you the stepfather?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you wish to have contact with your stepson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you in fear of your stepson?
No, Your Honor.
If things got difficult again, would you have any qualms about calling 911?
Absolutely not.
All right. State, do you want to inquire or not?
Yes, does Mr. Marcus Melendez live there as well?
Yes.
And is Mr. Melendez not present? Marcus Melendez is not present?
No, he's not present at the time.
No further questions. State has no objection, no contact, no hostile contact with Mr. Vargas. However, we'd still ask, I'm sorry, Mr. Negron, but we would still ask for no contact with Mr. Melendez Marcus because he's not present, Your Honor. And therefore, they still have to maintain a separate residence.
And Marcus is who?
His younger brother.
He's
who?
His younger brother, Lorenzo Melendez.
He's the brother of the defendant, stepson to Mr. Negron.
Which he will leave the residence in about a week.
Who will?
Marcus Melendez, the younger brother.
He's leaving?
Leaving the residence in a week, sir.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes, you may.
Mr. Negron, if Mr. Melendez was to be given a non-monetary bond, for example, just be released on his own recognizance, would you have any concerns about him not appearing to future court dates?
Not appearing?
Do you think he'd go to court if he was released without paying a money bond?
Absolutely, he will appear.
And would you be paying a monetary bond if there was one given?
No, I would not.
And do you know if he has any way to pay a bond?
Yes, his mother.
Okay, and does he have somewhere to go just for the week if there's a no contact order until, the Marcus leaves the residence?
Lorenzo could come back home.
No, her question is, sorry, ma'am. The question is, if I order he has no contact with his younger brother, who you tell me is leaving in a week, is there somewhere for Lorenzo to go for the week in the meantime?
No.
You're shaking your head no.
No, he has no friends. I mean, he would be...
Yeah, State, I believe there was some inference or implication of mental health.
Yes.
In this one.
Believe in court's discretion.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Ma'am, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, we just asked that he be released on his own recognizance. It sounds like the alleged victim isn't concerned about him coming to future court dates, and that's what, a monetary bond is generally for, to ensure future appearance. Since there's no worry from the alleged victim's point of view of, violence in the future, and that he sounds very believable that he would call the police in the future. So we just ask that he get released with a non-monetary bond. As for the release conditions, we do ask that he is able to go home, but we do leave that in your discretion how you handle that.
Sir, do you feel that the younger brother would be in danger if Lorenzo came home at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Would you be able to monitor that situation and call law enforcement if that changed?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to release some ROR, and I'm going to allow him to have non-hostile contact. Sir, Mr. Melendez, what that means is you're allowed to go home, but you cannot raise your voice, raise your hands, or be disagreeable in any way to anybody in the house. And if you are, and the sheriff is called, you will come back to jail with no questions asked. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Brandon Mendez.
Yes, sir. Good morning. How you doing?
Is that Mr. Mendez right there?
Here's the victim.
Oh, we have the victim. Okay. Would you be so kind as to swear to...
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Roxana Taylor.
Speak into the mic.
Roxana Taylor.
Thank you. I was going to say, what's wrong with that mic? All right. State, do you want to inquire?
Yes. Are you afraid of Mr. Mendez,
No.
Ms. Taylor? Would you like to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Yes.
Would you like to be able for him to be allowed to live with you while this case is pending?
Yes.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Public Defender, do you have any questions?
Yes, just one question. Do you believe that he was released without reporting requirements such as pretrial release, that he would show up to court in the future?
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor. We're just asking for ROR.
They would want pretrial release, Your Honor.
Yeah, I especially in domestic violence cases, I think PTR, if they qualify, is preferable because at least there's some sort of monitoring. So I will release some pretrial release. Sir, Mr. Mendez,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to release you on pretrial release. You are allowed to have non-hostile contact with Ms. Taylor. What that means is you can't raise your voice to her, you can't raise your hands to her. If the situation gets untenable in any way and she calls 911, you will be brought back to jail with no questions asked. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so no hostile contact means just that, no hostile contact. Any contact must be, well, I was going to say good contact, but I don't know what that means. So. No hostile contact. All right, and you must abide by whatever conditions the pretrial release program gives you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. The next case I have is Peeling, Adam Peeling. Any victims?
Yes, sir.
No. No victim, Your
No,
Honor.
I meant here in the courtroom, sir. All right. Oh, yeah, this is okay. Mr. Peeling, I'm going to release you on pretrial release. You qualify, but without any input from the victim, I'm going to order at this time that you have no contact with the victim, and you must maintain a separate residence. You may return to the residence one time with law enforcement to collect personal belongings. While you're on release, you will possess no weapons, no firearms. I think that's everything.
Your Honor,
All
how
right,
much time will I have
How much time?
to collect my belongings from the home? I have my stuff, my children's stuff, my tools for work. Everything is in my
Well,
home.
sir, this isn't for you to move out. This is for you to get enough stuff that you can live somewhere else. So grab some clothes and a toothbrush, and then you can speak to your lawyer about other things that you may have to do. They can file motions and et cetera, et cetera. You have an attorney. Public defender represents you. So speak to your lawyer about that.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Alex Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
All right.
There's a victim, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Can you show her?
Raise your right hand. Please swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you got.
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Jessica Rivera?
State your-
Ms. Rivera, are you afraid of Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Would you like him to have contact with you?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, do you want to inquire or not?
No.
All right. All right, sir. I am going to, you do qualify for pretrial release. So I'm going to release you on pretrial release. However, you will have no contact whatsoever with the victim in this case. You must maintain a separate residence. You can return one time with law enforcement to collect personal belongings. While you're on release, you will possess no weapons and no firearms.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking at the, so this contempt of court, is that this thing?
Sir, I was for child support, I believe.
Sir, I appreciate that you wish to speak with me, but we,
Your Honor, the domestic, the child support writ, I believe the judges are just releasing them and giving them either a court date or telling them to monitor their court dates.
yeah, I'm just looking at the paperwork. I thought that there was some kind of bond on this, but no, I guess it's just letting them know that there's a hearing. Is that all it is?
Yes.
Okay, so do I need to address this?
No, you
Tell
just let her know it's gonna be released ROR, you get the court date, and you'll get his paperwork once it's released.
All right, so you're gonna, well, I'm releasing him on PTR on the battery.
Yeah, on the battery.
On the contempt of court, I will release you ROR. I signed this over there.
Yes.
And you will be getting paperwork that has the court date, and just for your information, it's August 13th at 9:30.
Thank you, sir.
I guess that's all I do on that. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Much, Your Honor.
Oh, sorry. All right. Thank you. All right, is this Erica Rodriguez?
No, sir.
No. What did I do?
Elijah Ruffin?
Yes.
Who's this? Is this Ruffin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What happened to Rodriguez?
We just did election.
Oh, that's her. Oh, she was the sister. Sorry. Never mind. You already addressed her. We have a.
Mr. Ruffin has a victim, Your Honor.
Do you
Yeah,
swear
no, I
to tell
said
the
we
truth,
had-
whole truth, and nothing but the
Yes.
truth, so help you God? What's your name for the record?
Jasmine Dixon.
Put it back down a little bit. The mic. Say your name.
Jasmine Dixon.
State you want to inquire?
Ms. Dixon, are you afraid of Mr. Ruffin?
No.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
Do you have any objection to him being released without having to post a bond?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense.
Nothing to add.
I think that was nothing further. Okay. Sir, I'm going to release you on pretrial release. You may have non-hostile contact with the victim in this case, and what that means is you can't raise your voice, can't raise your hand, you can't be nasty to her in any way whatsoever, and if you are and she calls 911, you're coming back to jail with no questions asked. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you must abide by whatever conditions the pretrial release program asks you to. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so this should be Santos.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we don't have anybody else out there, right? Oh, this was a warrant. All right. Sir, you qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to release you on pretrial release until we have some input from the alleged victim. You must have no contact with victim Martinez and no return to American Nurses Business. I guess that's her place of employment, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir. That's where she works.
Okay. So you must maintain, wait a minute, do you live together?
We was living together, but after everything went down, I ended up moving out to my mother's house.
Okay,
So
all right,
Mary-
that's fine. So that's fine. Just no contact whatsoever with the victim. You tell me you've already moved out, so there's no reason for you to return. While you're released, you will have possess no weapons, no firearms, and you must abide by whatever conditions the pretrial release program asks of you. Good luck to you.
I have a question. Me and her, we have a child together. How would I be able to see my son?
Is there a third party who can coordinate
My
parenting
mother.
issues?
My
Your
mother.
mother?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Then I will, it will be in the order that you may coordinate, you may have contact with your child's mother via your mother. So you cannot contact her directly, but the only contact that is allowed between your mother and the victim is to coordinate parenting duties.
Okay.
Okay? Nothing else. You can't send nasty notes or anything.
There's no worries about that. We already talked everything out. We settled everything up.
All right. All right. Thank you. Good luck to you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Is this Steinfeld?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ma'am, you do qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to release you on pretrial release. It's a hotel room. Were you residing at the hotel?
We were staying here. We were on vacation. We live in Clearwater.
Okay. So, is there any reason you need to return? There's nothing at the hotel, correct?
We had possessions at the hotel, but I mean, we can forget about it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, all right. So here's the deal. I'm going to release you on pretrial release. You may not, until we hear from the victim, you may not have any contact with the victim. Okay, that's no writing, no calling, no texting. If you need to return to the hotel room, you may do so one time with law enforcement. And when you all return to, I believe you said Sarasota, or wherever it is, you must maintain a separate residence.
No, the victim's here.
I'm sorry?
My husband's here.
Oh, he lives here?
He was here earlier.
You're not free to release, Your Honor.
He's also my carer.
He was here in the jail, but he's been released.
He bonded out, Your Honor.
He bonded out.
Oh, did they both get?
He had a resistant officer without violence.
He
Oh, okay. All right, well, is he already gone?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he bonded out, so he's already out. Okay? So, but as far as, and again, please understand, we're appointing the public defender. If you wish to ask your lawyer to file a motion to change the conditions of release, you may do that. But until I hear from the alleged victim, there is no contact. Must maintain separate residences, possess no weapons, no firearms. You may return to the hotel room once if you need to retrieve items. And when you return to Sarasota, you must maintain a separate residence unless the court tells you otherwise. And you must abide by the conditions that pretrial release gives you. Thank you. Good luck to you.
He's my carer. I've got no one to look after me without him there.
Your Honor, she's still talking to you.
Your Honor, I just asked her to call the public defender whenever she gets out, and we can, or even if she's in jail, there should be secure lines, and then we can try to work out, modifying those release conditions if he just didn't know where he had to be or whatever. So, but at this time, to just make sure to not have any contact, and we'll try to get it all worked out.
Can she get on the closed circuit TV today and talk to an attorney?
The issue is that the cases won't be opened for about probably 24 or 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not. If the husband, calls the office, then we can, work on it from that end.
All right. So, ma'am, just once you get out, find a phone, call your attorney, and they can assist you.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, is this Mr. Tavares?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tavares, I'm going to release you on pretrial release. Until we hear from the alleged victim, you are to have no contact, no texting, no calling, no getting anybody else to do such things. You must maintain separate oh wait, you've been separated already. Okay, so you don't live together, right?
We do. We both on the lease. We live together. Yeah. But she got vacant.
You've been separated for 8 months, apparently.
No,
Okay.
that was a while ago. But the thing is, I had a.
All right, sir, hang on.
Okay.
I don't want you to talk about your case because anything you say is being recorded can be used against you. So the only thing I'm addressing today is whether there's probable cause for the arrest, and I found that there was. But you do qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to release you on pretrial release. Until we hear from the alleged victim, you are to have no contact. You must maintain a separate residence. You will possess no weapons and no firearms. If you need to return to the residence one time to collect personal belongings, you may do so under the escort of law enforcement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And Danielle Berry should be the next one.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Berry, you are here on failures to appear. These are warrant arrests. One had, I'll stay the bond on 15 CT 0 or 9140 AO at 500, and I'll stay the bond on 2020 CT 3481 AO at $500. I'm not going to take any action on the 2020 CF 6963 AO.
So what does that mean?
It means you have a $500 bond on each of the new, the failure, they're not new cases, but you failed to appear, so.
Okay, well, I already paid one bond before I came in. I was supposed to do just a walkthrough.
The 481 was 2,500. Are you moving it from 25 to 500?
Which one? She says she posted one of them. Which one did she post?
Then they said that I had a $500 bond.
Ma'am,
and that-
hold on a second.
Sorry.
Hold on a second.
Sorry.
She hasn't posted neither bond. The 481 in our system is showing at 2,500.
Well, I know.
No objection to 500 on it, Your Honor.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know why. Who can sign this?
Your Honor, I'm sorry I'm covering. I see that one of them is a expired driver's license. Is the other one also an expired driver's license?
It's a duelist.
It's a duelist. Yeah, no, the bond said the warrant said 2,500, but I'm setting it 5.
And Your Honor, I don't know if what her driving history is, because this is like I said, I'm covering. But if she is eligible to resolve the cases, we have no objection to that.
I don't want to resolve.
Oh, you mean you're saying this is pliable?
Yes, as long as the driving license suspended is in her third strike, and the other one's an expired driver's license, we might,
Miss
Well,
Bertrand,
it's
do you have her
still
driving record?
currently suspended, so.
Your Honor, do you have her driving record? Are there any other duelists on there? I don't have a copy of it. I don't think. No.
Yeah, there's one in 17. It was guilty. She had another failure to appear. Or that might be one of these. Yes, she had one in 15 that was guilty, one in 17 that was guilty.
Your Honor, what was the date of the 15?
4/28. Oh, so that might have dropped off. Well,
So-
no, because this is,
The DMV sometimes chooses whether or not they want to do it based on the date of the offense or they want to do it based on the date of the conviction. So, I mean, it's up to her if she wants to resolve. Her license will be suspended for 5 years, and the next one would make her habitual offender. But if she doesn't want to resolve, that's completely understandable. If she wants to get her driver's license back, that's up to her as well.
I really don't think she should plead today if she's in danger of HTOing.
Correct.
She needs to get her license back and see if she can resolve that without, I really suppose it's up to her, but I don't.
I don't want to resolve anything.
Yeah. Ma'am, I'm setting both your bonds at $500. If you posted the 2,500 one,
I did.
then that's too late. But if you hadn't posted that one, then I'm reducing it to 500. And when you do get out, you need to work very diligently at getting your license back before you come back to court.
Okay, so I do have a bond to go out today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm not taking any action on your, why do I have two of these? What do I just need?
You hand me those sheets.
Oh, I did? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, and I'm not taking any action on your drug charge. It's unrelated.
All right, thank you.
All right, is this Amanda Brown?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Brown, I'm going to stay your bond at 500 on the Dwillis. I will give you the option of, because it says not interviewed, right? So I'll give you the option of a pretrial release, which would not require you to post a bond. You would, however, have to qualify and.
This is Amanda Brown?
It's a what?
This is Amanda Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, it just said
She's
not interviewed.
bonding, so she doesn't need to be seen.
I'm sorry.
She's bonding. She already bonded on her bond.
Oh, she bonded?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then what's she doing here?
This is being probably posted after she was already brought up.
Oh, your bond's posted. Never mind. See ya. It's
already gone.
What, and these were on the end of that stack. What's that?
Arraignment.
So are we doing those this morning or this afternoon?
And Your Honor, the sign interpreter is present.
Oh, hey. Okay. The sign interpreter was up there. Corrections, we have the sign interpreter. If you have Mr. Garcia around, oh, doesn't she have to be in there?
Actually, Judge, I have to be.
He's already right up, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, come on up then.
It's not working though. They can't see you.
Oh, can you guys still not see me over there?
No, we can't, Your Honor.
You can?
No, sir.
No.
Can or can't?
Can or cannot?
We cannot see you, Your Honor.
Look at me, I'm going like this, okay.
Then I'll have to go.
Yeah, I guess. Just a minute.
If she move over there by Erling, we could see her, or whoever is in there.
Oh,
Go stand over there, right, yeah, the clerk.
how come you can see everyone, you can't see me?
I don't know.
Cause you don't. If she stand right there in front of you, Erling, we can see. Let her stand in front of you.
Okay.
What camera are they? That one? Must be that one.
That's okay.
Do you see me?
Okay. If you turn around, turn around.
This way.
Oh, I think it's probably that one.
Is this camera here?
There you go.
Can you?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there you
just
go.
come over a little bit to your,
Thing is, I can't see the defendant.
A little bit to your left.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the defendant's behind her.
no, it's the way y'all got the camera set up. We can see her.
But I can't see the defendant, so I can't.
Oh,
Is she allowed to be in court with the defendant?
I don't think so. No, she.
Can we put her in the box in courtroom 2? In the, like, the witness box in courtroom 2?
Sure.
I don't know. I guess so.
Yes, we can. She just can't come in here.
Sorry.
So we put her outside in the witness box. Is the deputy out there?
So, well, if she's in the witness box in courtroom 2, I know they can see each other. Is the microphone on over there so when she tells me what the translation is, I can hear?
Yes, Your Honor, it should be.
All right, well, let's do that then. All right, just a minute, she's coming. Oh, this is a warrant, so I don't know.
Good, I can see the interpreter clearly. Is it possible for the interpreter to get closer to me? Can the interpreter come here? Like right here into this room? Okay, okay, okay.
All right, so you are Mr. Garcia, correct?
Because I really can't see the judge. I can't see the TV. It's too far. Everything's too far. Where is the judge? Is the
Sir,
judge going to
please
be
just-
on the monitor? I don't understand what's going on.
Can he just look at the interpreter, please?
The camera is broke, so he won't be able to see the judge.
Okay, I'll look at the interpreter.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Garcia, I am granting you a bond of $1,000 on count 1 and $500 on count 2. You know what? Was I supposed to be announcing these case numbers? I think I was. At IAs, they said. I don't think I have been. Well, all right, so this is 2020 CF 7372AO. I am granting you a bond of $1,000 on count 1, $500 on count 2. Until we hear from the victim, you are to have no contact whatsoever with the victim.
Could you write that down for me because there's a reflection and I can't see the interpreter?
Yes, we're writing it down.
Yes, it is being written down.
Oh, that's better. Oh, it was too far and it was too blurry, I couldn't see. Okay, that's better. So could you repeat again, bond, 2 charges? 1,500. Why is it 1,500? Why? There's no reason.
Okay,
I
sir,
don't
this isn't.
understand it.
Madam Interpreter, could you please let the defendant know that this is not a debate? I am granting him bond in the amounts of 1,000 on count 1, 500 on count 2. He is to have no contact with the victim whatsoever. He is to maintain a separate residence. He may return to the residence one time with law enforcement to collect personal belongings. He will possess no weapons and no firearms while he is on release.
I don't have those.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
That's it? Oh, can I pay to get out then? So I can pay my bond and get out?
Yes, sir. And Madam Interpreter, can you please let him know that the public defender has been appointed to represent him?
And if I don't have the money to pay the bond, how long will I be in jail?
Speak to your attorney about that.
I didn't read it because I don't understand English. I signed it, but I didn't read it because I don't understand anything that's on that form.
Sir, please contact your attorney with those questions.
Either. Not Spanish. No. It's because he signs and this, he doesn't understand. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. That's okay. It's fine. I signed it. Okay, so am I still going to jail until I pay the bond to get out, or what's happening now? I don't know I don't know what's happening. This is my first time. I have no experience with this.
Sir, please contact your attorney with those questions.
All right, got it. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Juan Rodriguez?
You know, these are the two, arraignments. We probably did snap.
What about this guy?
Want those people in there? They probably want
I don't know. No, I think they were just getting the last guy. Are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right, so Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to grant you a $500 bond in 2020. It's got to be CT. Why doesn't it say CT?
Driving while license suspended.
No, I know, sir. I'm just wondering if that's an agency number. 2020 CT 3961AO. I grant you 500, staying your bond at $500. Also, in 2018 MM 6209AO, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release on that. Set your new bond at $1,500. Revoking the bond. Oh, it's a probation. Wait, it says out on bond. On the 18 case?
I went to all my court dates. Oh.
You posted a bond in that case. Oh, wait, that's 20. So,
The 1609, he
So he had it was a VOP and he had
the
a $1,000
VOP
bond?
Yes, Your Honor. The VOP bond.
Well, then why am I?
You can revoke it and set a new bond.
Well, if it's a VOP though.
Correct, it's a VOP, Your
So
Honor.
you had not been to court, you have not resolved your violation of probation yet.
Well,
Correct?
they called me and they tried to schedule a court date and they wanted me to, my public defender was pushing a motion for me to go back
Correct, Your Honor.
to
He has not
Aspire,
resolved it.
to go back to Aspire and finish the community service that I was supposed to. And she was waiting for that, and they set a court date for 7/15 or 7/12. They gave me a bond because my mother's living aid. I bathe, I clothe, I feed her, and I watch over her.
Yep, 713.
Yeah, well, he's got 715 on 2 of them and 713 on the DUI. All right. I'm not going to take any action on your previous cases. 500 on this one. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, now it looks like we have, do we have 2 arraignments?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
This is the first one.
The first one
Cisnero
on,
Pineda?
repeat that, Your Honor?
Is it Cisnero Pineda?
Yes, will not be coming due to medical.
Okay, but are we doing the same thing for arraignments that we did on IAs? The PD waives their appointment or waives their appearance and we give them a pretrial date?
That's what she wants to do.
Ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this is an arraignment, not an IA.
Your Honor, at this time, we're just going to enter a not guilty plea.
Okay, do we have a pretrial date for this? Then it'll be on his paperwork?
I'm gonna announce it though. It's gonna be Division 81. Pretrial conference date will be July 24th at 9 a.m. Courtroom 4E.
Okay, we're done with him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this next one's a 50, so. Mr. Gandy?
Will not be attending court due to medical.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to enter a not guilty plea.
All right, this is Division 50.
Division 50, pretrial conference, July 13th at 2:30 p.m. Courtroom 7C.
All right, who is that? I don't have anybody left.
Status hearings.
Who?
Status hearings.
The status hearing to add on docket, Your Honor.
Oh. Is this Desir?
Yes, sir.
That's Desir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Desir I had. No, that's Rice.
It should be written on the, whatever the debt says.
Oh, okay. Oh, these are like the out of county?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, now I get it. All right, Mr. Desir. Yeah, Lake County, you have a warrant out of Lake County, or a hold, excuse me, out of Lake County, and per Judge Davis, you are to remain at 0 bond. Hopefully they will start transporting soon. I can't tell you when that will be. But you will remain at no bond. Thank you. So the next should be Harju, Christina Harju.
Will not be attending court due to medical.
All right. Can we still address it? Because essentially it's the same thing, it's no bond. The judge in Lake County has ordered that Ms. Harju is to remain at no bond.
Okay. Thank you.
You know, I don't know when they're gonna get this fixed, but
Sorry on the video. I'm just, you guys can go.
is there a way to make this stay on courtroom 2? Because see, it only switches to the big one when there's noise over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I just turned that up. Can you guys see me now?
No.
Because the camera wasn't on. What's this? Oh, that's better. There's another button over here. Let me try this. What's that? ERC1.
Your Honor, there's something on here that says system power, but it says for me not to touch it, and it looks like it's off, and I really want to press it on, but I don't want to ruin.
Well, that's different. We didn't have this morning. I can see myself, which I couldn't see myself this morning. All right, I don't know, but they're supposed to be working on it. So, all right, is this Mr. Campbell?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, sir.
I did redraft David. Found probable cause. I'm going to stay this bond at $500.
The offered is adjudication of guilt, credit for time served.
Oh, that's right. This is a pleadable. All right. How many pleadables do we have?
7, I think. 7, Your Honor. 7.
Is there any way?
They're all adjudication of guilt, credit for time served.
Well, is there any way to can corrections put all 7 or do half and half so I can kind of make.
We see you now, Your Honor.
Sorry?
See you now.
We see you now.
They can see you.
Oh, hey.
You can ask corrections to line them up in the back of the room so that they can hear you at the same time. Well, I don't know how it works with social distancing.
You can't have that many people in court at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
And Mr. Campbell bonded, he's only here for ICE detainer.
Oh, he already bonded on the.
Campbell, he bonded on his charge, he just needs to address his ICE detainer.
How do I make this one the big one? I want that one the big one. All right, so corrections, what you're telling me is there's really no way to do more than one at a time? Is that correct?
You can do like 2 or 3, but
Oh, what? We got at least, there's one on
you
there.
gotta keep the social distance, Your Honor.
Okay, so how many can we do at once? 3, 2?
2.
2?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if I'm correct, I have Mr. Campbell. And is Mr. Charles in there?
Yes, he is.
Campbell bonded already. He just here for ICE detainer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said he was Campbell.
Yes,
He is, but he's bonded.
He is Campbell.
He just, you need to just tell him that he's here for ICE detainer.
What about the Oh. Okay, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Campbell, I'm sorry. You already bonded on your case. The only reason you're not gone is because you have a detainer by immigration.
Yes, sir. They had just came and spoke with me and said as soon as I get released, I should come and see them at the address that they gave me.
Well, you already bonded on this, so I don't know what else is holding you. But yeah, so you were just brought over today so we could inform you that you are still here because there's an immigration detainer. I don't know what else to tell you about that. But you bonded out on the charge, so there's nothing else to do on that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I mean, you have the public defender. Probably, if you call them, maybe they can help you.
Okay, sir.
All right, so I have Charles. Do I have Charles in there?
Your Honor, Charles is medical. Charles is medical.
Medical. All right. Well, Ms. Manikia, are you waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we can waive his appearance.
Okay. Well, we can't ask him if he wants to plea, so I'm
Objection to ROR, Mr. Charles. There may be some competency issues.
Okay, so while ROR, I'm on the new charge, and I'm not taking any action on the other stuff. Most of these trespasses, my notes were ROR. They're homeless. All right, do we have Fields?
Come on, Fields.
All right, so it would be an adjudication time served if they want, correct?
And no return.
All right. Mr. Fields?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fields, you have two choices today. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. However, that would require you to come back to court to deal with this. If you wish to waive your right to a trial, waive your right to speak with an attorney, even though you have one appointed, you won't have an opportunity really to speak with them. The state's offering an adjudication of guilt and time served for whatever you have in, which is probably 2 days. And you just pay your court costs. So you want to resolve it today, or you want to just, you do want to resolve it?
Yes, resolve it today, man. Get it done.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol today?
No drugs, no.
Oh, wait, we got to swear him in, right?
Yes.
If you want to. Do we swear him in, please? All right, so you're not under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Thank you. Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness, sir?
Excuse me?
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness?
No, I don't have a mental illness right now.
Okay, I think that was a no. Do you understand that if you enter a no contest plea today, you are waiving your right to have a trial, and you're waiving your right to speak with your lawyer? You understand those two things?
Yeah, but didn't you suggest that I be bailed out today or released today or something by court judge Archer?
I am not getting it.
Didn't you say that I got to bail out today or something? I will be released today?
I'm going to, sir, you have two choices. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
All right. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good, man.
You still have to come back to court to deal with this. The state is offering an adjudication, the sentence of adjudication of guilt, a conviction, and time served. If you want to resolve it, it's up to you.
All right, yes.
I can release you, but you will have to come back to resolve this case.
On what day?
I'm sorry?
What day do I return to court? On what day?
I don't know. It would be set for a arraignment and then a pretrial.
Ari Custon,
I'll be there. I'll remove myself from there.
May I have a moment just to speak to him?
I'll get it resolved right now, and then I'll return on court when I get back outside in the community.
Ma'am, please do.
Okay.
Please
may I
talk
speak
to him.
you just for a moment, just right here?
What?
Just to tell you.
What?
Do you want to take a no? Okay.
It's probably not good they can see me because I'll be rolling my eyes. All right, is this Mr. Hall? Oh, wait. Nope.
It's Fields,
This is,
man.
Mr. Fields.
Yes.
Okay. So,
And Your Honor, just
where were we?
Let's just, if you could just ROR him and then he'll get a future court date.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You have a public defender representing you. Please talk to your lawyer.
All right, I appreciate that.
Good luck to you. Mr. Hall?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hall, you have the same choice as your predecessor. I will release you on your own recognizance.
No,
or-
sir, I'll plead guilty, and we can take care of this right now?
All right, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol today, sir?
No, sir.
Did he say no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness?
No, sir.
Do you understand that if you enter a no contest plea and accept the state's offer, you are waiving your right to have a trial in this case, and you're waiving your right to speak with your lawyer about the case because we're going to resolve it right now. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And finally, do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering a plea to a criminal charge will subject you to deportation proceedings? Do you understand that idea?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. You've knowingly, willingly waived your right to have a trial, waived your right to speak with your lawyer. I assume you're pleading no contest, meaning you don't want to contest it, you just want to resolve it. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge of trespass. I'll sentence you to, is it 2 days?
He has 1 day, man.
1 day? I'll sentence you to serve 1 day in the Orange County Jail and give you credit for the 1 day that you have served. Sir, are you working right now?
Yes, sir. I was passing through that bank area on my way from work to where
All right, your court costs, can I waive the cost of prosecution at IA?
No. Your Honor, you can waive
the. You can waive the PD's
and
fee
not appoint us.
appoint
So
the PD.
yes.
Yeah, all right.
But
Well,
not
all right, so I'll waive the PD's fee. Your court cost and cost of prosecution is probably, what, $273? Sir, I'll give you a year to pay that, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. Oh, I have to tell you that if you wish to appeal that sentence, you have to do it in writing in 30 days. If you can't afford an attorney for the appeal, one will be appointed for you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Are you Mr. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I will release you on your own recognizance today, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or if you wish to resolve the case today and enter a no contest plea, the state's offer is an adjudication of guilt and credit for whatever time you have in. How do you wish to proceed?
Or pre-trial release, or pre-trial release.
To be released. All right, so, release you on your own recognizance, sir. Good luck to you. Is this Lacayo Bella?
Medical, Your Honor.
Medical.
Oh, she's medical? All right, PD, are you waiving?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Aida Lacayo Bella. All right, so I'm going to release your ROR on this new charge, and I'm not taking any action on the other charges.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Billy Robinson.
Refuse.
He refused court, Your Honor.
He refused. All right.
We can waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't have notes on this one. Did I accidentally grab the top page? I did. Okay. All right. So on Robinson, I'm releasing ROR. I'm not taking action on the other charges. I think I'm getting you mixed up. All right, Aldridge.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, we're done. We're done with pleasables?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, cool.
All right. Mr. Aldridge, I'm staying your bond at $3,500. I did find probable cause in the affidavit. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, he has an open case.
He does?
It's 2019 CT 005848AO.
Who's saying
He is.
it? Who's talking? Oh, it's at the Willis. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to take any action on the open case. All right. Alexander,
He's medical, Your Honor.
are you waiving?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to stay the bond at $2,500. And he also has out-of-county warrants.
Your Honor, we asked for no contact and no weapons.
Oh, absolutely. No contact, no weapons. Maintain separate residence. Well, it says battery with it. It wasn't DV.
No, Your Honor.
It's a hotel.
Just no contact.
All right, no contact, no weapons. Bellin?
Bellin.
Bellin?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Bellin, I'm staying your bonds. This is in case number 2020 CF 774480. Do I need to put them all on the record?
Put what on the record?
The bonds. She's got a whole bunch of counts, so.
Your Honor, there's no objection to making count 5, 1,000. Count 1, 2, 3.
Count 5 is 1,000.
Yes, keeping it as 1,000 on count 5. And then doing subsidiaries onto all of the counts. So count 1, 100, count 2, 100.
Oh, okay. So all others.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So count 5 will remain, I'll stay that bond at 1,000. All other counts, 1 through 4 and 6 through 12, the bonds will be $100.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Butler? All right, Butler, I'm going to stay this bond at 15,000, and you have 2 out-of-county warrant holds. And I believe what happens is, once the, whatever county it is, was it Seminole? Contacts Orange County and tells them what they want us to do on those warrants, you'll be brought back to court to get the update. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Bynes?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Bynes, I'm going to give you a choice. I will stay your bond. You have bonds of 1,000 on count 1, 100 on 2, and 100 on 3. You can either bond out, or it appears you're eligible for pretrial release. If you want to be screened and released on pretrial release without having to post the bond, you can do that.
Yes, sir. I would rather do that.
All right, good luck to you.
Is that court order PTR, Your Honor?
Sorry?
He wants to do PTR, just straight PTR.
Well,
That's what he
it's
said.
a drug charge, so you would have testing, wouldn't you?
You have to order it.
Okay, well, so if he chooses to be screened for pretrial release, one of the conditions shall be that he will be random urinalysis.
He said he wanted straight PTR, so I just want to make sure it's going to be.
Oh, he said he did? Well, I'm sorry, he's going to be tested.
No, I'm saying he said he wanted PTR, so I want to make sure it's not going to be bond or PTR, or just straight PTR.
I thought I was giving him a choice.
But he
Yes,
said
but
that's
he
what I
said
want to
he
do.
wanted.
I didn't hear him say anything. Okay.
Yeah, he said
so forget the bond then, just PTR. Is that what we were saying?
Yeah. So
Yes, Your Honor.
do you want to order testing with his
Yeah, I
PTR?
want testing.
Okay.
PTR plus
Thank
RUA.
you.
Okay. Okay. All right, good luck to you. You guys are confusing me. All right, this is Davis. This is Davis?
No, Davis is in the hospital.
Okay, PD, do you want to waive?
I think for those, we reset 24 hours after the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. We'll reset Kenneth Davis for 24 hours after his release. Dickerson,
He's medical, Your Honor.
are you waiving?
Yes, Your Honor, waive his appearance.
All right, I'm going to release him on his own recognizance.
We just have for no return, Your Honor.
Huh?
No return, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah,
The
no
Walmart.
return. Yeah. No return to, what was it?
Walmart.
Walmart, yeah, okay. ROR, no return to Walmart. Gaines?
Yes, sir. Dwan Gaines, sir.
All right, Mr. Gaines, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 on the 2020 CF 7735AO case. On 2020 CF 3863AO, I'll revoke that bond, set the new bond at $3,500. On the 2020 CF 3879AO case, I'll revoke those bonds, set the new bond at $4,000 on count 1, $500 on count 2, and $500 on count 3.
Can you please
Good luck
write these
to you.
down for me, please, sir? Are you reading the affidavit, sir?
Sir, good luck to you. You have.
No, I'm saying, can you rewrite the bonds down for me?
Sir, you have an attorney. Speak to your attorney. if you
Where
wish to.
are they? Where are they, sir?
You can get in touch with them on the phone.
Okay, but I'm saying the attorney right here, can I get a written down of my bond, or can I get something?
Yes, it'll all be in your paperwork.
Where is it? Okay.
Your
Can
Honor,
you write
on
down?
the
What is it
second-
again? What is it
On
again,
the
sir?
Aren't they gonna give him paperwork that has all the bonds on it? All right, here you go. 2,500 on 2020 CF 7735AO. In 2020 CF 3863AO, I'm revoke the street and revoke your original bond, or your ROR. Is that the one that was ROR? 3863, yeah. Revoke your ROR, set your new bond at 3,500. In 2020 CF 3879AO, revoke those bonds, street those bonds. The new bonds are 4,500 and 500.
And on 3879, they only filed on 2 counts. The third count, they took no action.
So
it
that's what I'm
just-
saying. So
which? Oh, they didn't file on it?
Yeah, they didn't file. So how's that?
Okay, so,
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
A minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm being told, because I got 3 on the paperwork.
They took no action on the third count, but I can check again.
So
Well, if they took no action, then there's no bond.
You just need 2 bonds.
I number 3 charges up there.
All right, so then, and that's on 3879?
Yeah.
All right, so, all right, we're going to correct it on 3879. Apparently, they did not file on one of the counts. So your new bond is 4,000 on count 1 and 500 on count 2.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
So, sir. So with the other bonds, so did you revoke the other bonds, but I still have a bond?
I revoked and gave you new bonds.
Okay. Did you read the affidavit for that one?
Sir, you have an attorney. If you wish to file motions to modify those bonds and all that based on the facts of the case, contact your attorney to do that.
Mr. Gates, I'll have an assistant public defender reach out to you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Harris.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris, is this on 19 CF? Yeah, I have it up here. Do I need this?
Yeah, you just have to put whatever action you take.
Mr. Harris, state there's no objection to ROR.
I don't, I saw the charge. I don't think it was related to a protest. Was it? Oh, actually, no, this was a warrant. That's right, it was a warrant. So I didn't get to see the affidavit. I don't know what the allegation was. All right, well, without objection, I'll release your ROR in 2020 CF 6993 on 19 CF 16308AO, carrying a concealed weapon.
No objection, no action, Your Honor.
Okay, where's that option on here?
Take no action.
Check no. It's not one of the boxes.
The last one, took into consideration.
Took into consideration release of conditions on new case. I don't know if that, all right. Does that mean took no action? All right. All right, I'm not going to take any action on the old one. All right. ROR on the new one, no action on the old one.
Sir?
Yes?
Say it
Yes?
again. Say it again, sir.
You're being released.
Sir, I have a question, Your Honor.
Yes?
I mean, not a question, but I would like to know, because I was never in a riot. Like I was.
Mr. Harris, this is a public defender. I would advise you to not speak about the facts of your case because everything you're saying is being recorded.
What? Listen, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. You don't have to post a bond and everything. And when you are released, call your public defender, make an appointment, and go talk to him about it.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Mr. Hester, or no, Bianca?
Ms. Hester.
Mr. Hester bonded, Your Honor.
Oh, great. All right, there you go. All right, so this is Jackson?
Yes, sir. Jackson.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'm going to stay your bonds at none in case number 2020 CF 77380. And in case number 2020 CF 7285 AO, I'm going to stay those bonds, count one at 5,000 and then counts 2 through 10 at 150, also with the condition on both that you have no contact with any minor child whatsoever. Good luck to you, sir.
So when can I get a attorney?
You have an attorney now, sir. The public defender's office represents you at this moment.
Your Honor, I'll have, Mr. Jackson, I'll have an assistant public defender reach out to you.
Okay, they're going to have somebody reach out to you. All right, Jackson?
How you doing, sir?
All right, Mr. Jackson, these are on failures to appear, and the judge who signed the warrant set these at no bond, and I'm going to stay those. You're going to have to go in front of that judge and ask for bonds.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, hang on, what?
Mr. Jackson was court order released, so he'll be released later today. We got an order from downtown.
Oh, they're addressing this?
Yes.
These failures to appear? The bond? I mean, the warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what you're telling me is there was a subsequent order that was entered after the judge signed this warrant and said, let him go,
From Judge LeBlanc.
from Judge LeBlanc. Okay, hey, Judge LeBlanc says you can go.
Thank
You're
you, sir.
You're being, what is it? It's not ROR, it's
Court order release.
court ordered release. Whatever that is. Sounds good to me. All right, Manning.
Yes, sir.
This was also a warrant for failure to appear.
Yes, sir.
Were there any subsequent orders on this one?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to stay these bonds at 0, sir. You're going to have to go in front of that judge and ask for a bond.
Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
I suppose.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Your Honor, the courthouse downtown has been really, I'm sorry. It's been really hectic. I've been going to court down there, but every time I get down there, they tell me it's not going to open up until July. I went and I called Mr. Snap the first one of this month, and then I went to the second one. They told me it wasn't going to open up until July. I've been doing everything.
Sir, hang on. What,
Yes, sir.
what you are presenting to me are mitigation or defenses to why you failed to appear.
Oh, I didn't fail. I did
Which is
appear.
fine, but what I'm going to ask you to do is get in touch with your attorney. The public defender's office represents you, and you can contact their office and talk to them about this. They can file motions on your behalf to change your release and all that good stuff, but you have to go through them. Okay?
So I get a failure to appear in court when the court's not closed? I don't understand that.
Sir, that may be a defense, but you're going to have to file, or your attorney's going to have to file the proper motions and have that judge consider it. It's not appropriate to do it today. All right. Now, this is the Marte de Jesus case. You guys will forgive me if the IA judge isn't supposed to sua sponte raise the issue, but it's my understanding that one of my jobs is to determine whether there's probable cause for the arrest. And I'm pretty sure I have an idea of why they believe this is the person they saw driving the car, based on what they found on his possession. However, the affidavit itself never tells me that the vehicle belonged to Luis Ramos.
All right, Your Honor, no objection to ROR for no PCS to count 1, which is the grand theft.
Oh, you don't want 24 hours?
No, Your Honor. And then set bonds to count 2 or 3.
Okay. I guess defense, you have no objection to that, huh?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. So that says to count 1. We're going to ROR him. How'd you say? ROR him for no PC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then you want me to set a bond and count 2, which is what I don't understand. Why does the bond schedule says none for that? That's just ludicrous to me.
It's mandatory first appearance. You have to come to the judge.
Well, no, I know. That's what the bond schedule says, but there's another document that we use. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll set that one at 1,500. All right, I wasn't going to address the other ones, but now I have to. So in 2020 CT 2417AO, I'll revoke that bond. It was 500, the new bond's 1,000. And in 2019 CF 6048AO, I will revoke that bond. PTD. Okay, well, do I have to do anything with the PTD?
You can take no action, Your Honor.
All right, taking no action on the PTD, but I will revoke the bond, set the new bond at 1,500. So, and there was one other count, the resisting, I'll set that at 100. So, just so we're clear, count one on the new case, 2020 CF 7762, I'm releasing a ROR on count one, setting a bond of, what did I say, 15? 1,500 on count two, 100 on count three, and then revoke in 2020 CT 2117, new bond 1,000, revoke on 19 CF 6048, new bond 1,500.
I thought you said no action.
What'd I say?
That's the PTD. I thought you said no action.
No action on the, well, no, I asked if I had to do something about pending pretrial diversion.
You can just do no action on the case, Your Honor. You don't have to, state does not requiring that it be revoked on that case.
Okay, all right, so then I guess I'm taking no action on that one.
Okay.
That's what Miss Kennedy Swanson told me. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Is that Nelson?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Nelson. I'm going to stay your bonds. Count one is 2,500. And then counts 2 through 4 are all 100. Good luck to you. Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I'm sorry. I was wondering, am I here because the state has filed charges?
No, you're here because there was probable cause to believe that you committed a crime or reasonable suspicion of criminal activity which resulted in your arrest, and I am required to review the arrest affidavit and see if it meets the reasonable suspicion requirement, which I find it does.
Oh, okay. So this is a new case.
As far as I know, I don't have anything else.
I was just wondering, sir, when was this?
Oh wait, he has two. Oh wait, he's got two cases on this thing, but I only have one.
These are add-on charges.
Oh, these are add-on. Oh, you already were seen for the first one.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm wondering.
These are add-on charges. These have to do with the lottery tickets that you cashed at the two Publixes.
So this is these are add-on charges for the same case?
Well, it was pursuant to the investigation. They reviewed videotape. They saw, if I recall correctly, reading the affidavit, they went and retrieved the lottery tickets and they matched up the numbers that were stolen from a convenience store, et cetera, et cetera. But yes.
And this is for the same case? Just to make sure.
Same series of events, I think, is the more correct way to say it.
Because I've already been in first appearance on a burglary case
Yes, sir.
already.
Yes, these are new charges. These are new charges.
So I have, oh man, so this is a new case basically.
Yes. Yes, it is. You got it. Good luck to you. All right, Mr. Ponder. Is that Mr. Ponder?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, I'm setting your bond at $1,000. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I talking too loud? Sure. Sounds loud to me. All right, is this Mr. Rand?
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Rand.
All right, Mr. Rand. Wait a minute. I should have another sheet for him. Did I hand you Mr. Rand's other sheet? I think I did. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. I got it. All right, Mr. Rand. So you have two cases. How do we have it 2019? Okay. So in 2019 CF 11316, I'm going to stay those bonds. It's 5,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, and 500 on count 3. However, in case number 2020 CF 5793AO, neither count qualifies for bond. There's, I believe if I recall, they were punishable by life, so there's no bond in that case. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, we'd ask for no contact with the victim, even if he doesn't get out. So that means no jail calls.
Okay, it's reasonable. So yeah, no contact. You have no bond, but also you may not have any contact. If you were to ever get a bond, you also must not have any contact with the victim, must not reside together, no weapons, no firearms, etc. All right, good luck to you. Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
May we be heard on a PC challenge for Rodriguez Daisy?
Sure.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
On the counts of possession of meth, possession of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia, the affidavit did not state that the officer field tested any of those items.
So, state has no objection to ROR for no PC as to count 1. As to count 2, because it's less than 20 grams, the officer doesn't need to field test for
okay.
cannabis. Can be based on his training experience.
Okay, what about count 3?
One moment, Your Honor. And because of the training experience for the clear plastic baggie where the cannabis, excluding the meth, potential meth was found, we believe that's enough PC for counts 2 and 3.
Was the meth the one she put in the console? Because didn't we have an admission, sort of? She said
No
she knew
admission, it wasn't mine, sir.
Ma'am? No, okay. Well, the affidavit says that she didn't want her friend to get in trouble, so she grabbed it, and she knew it was illegal.
Correct, but no objection to it because there's no field test for
All
the
right, so
meth.
that's fine. So we're going to ROR based on no PC on count 1. Count 2 will be 250. Count 3 would be 100. Okay? All right.
Do you have a
PD, do you wish to be heard any further?
Huh?
No, nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
She have what?
The traffic case?
Another case. She has another case.
She's a duelist.
Oh, yeah, she does. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. On the driving the license suspended, actually, no, I'm going to stay that bond at 500. She knew her license was suspended. She knew she shouldn't be driving. Thank you. Calling that to my attention. Okay, Soto.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Soto, I'm going to stay your bonds at 1,000 on count 1 and 100 on count 2. Good luck to
Sorry, Your Honor. We also had a PC challenge on count 2. The possession of drug paraphernalia was not field tested.
Paraphernalia wasn't tested?
It's not that the paraphernalia you tested, it's that the baggie where the cocaine was found is what you need for the paraphernalia.
Oh, okay. Never mind,
I
Your
believe that's correct.
It is.
Okay, so 1,000 count 1, 100 on count 2. Good luck to you. Velez Santiago.
Yes, sir.
All right. It was a failure to appear, but there was a $2,000 bond somehow. So, on the warrant, the judge gave you a $2,000 bond. Yep. So I'll stay that at 2,000 on the possession of cocaine. I'll stay that at 1,000. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Williams. Sorry, not Wilson. Williams.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Williams. Oh, he bonded. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Good for him. Another Williams.
Also
Shakayla
bonded.
Williams. Oh, they both bonded. They related? All right. So So now, looks like we're in the VOPs. Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Jones, you've got, looks like two different cases, 18 CF 215680, violation of probation. The warrants were issued without bonds, and I'm going to stay those. And then in case number 19 CF 1290AO, I believe that also was issued with no bond. I'm going to stay that.
Can I say something?
And I think that's it, right?
We also have FTAs for both cases.
Yeah, but I'm okay. So I'm not granting him a bond on the VOP, and I'm gonna there'll be no bond on the failure to appear
On the failure to
in either case. So essentially, you're gonna have to go in front of Judge Whitehead and ask for release.
All right, and I got a question. I was put on probation in Georgia when they extradited me.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
When they extradited me, they gave me a violation of probation because they extradited me here. That wasn't my fault.
Sir, my suggestion, my only answer to you is speak to your lawyer about that.
All right.
All right. The public defender represents you at this moment.
Thank you.
All right, Salada.
Saldariaga. How you doing, Your Honor?
Okay, how do you say that name?
Saldariaga.
Okay, you say so. All right, so this is a warrant signed by Judge Marquez. It's a no bond warrant. It's a BOP. I'm going to stay that. All right, sir, I'm staying your bond at no bond. You'll have to go in front of Judge Marquez and ask her for release.
Okay, sir. That's it?
Yep, that's it. Good luck to you.
All right. Have a good day.
Well, that was nice. All right, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're here on a violation of probation pursuant to a warrant signed by Judge Adams. And that was a no bond warrant. I'm going to stay that bond. Good luck to you. All right, so now we got the out of counties. Now, all of these are, we haven't heard back yet, right? So we're just telling.
They came in today.
Yeah, so we're just telling them, hey, as soon as they let us know, we'll bring you back.
That's correct.
All right, Cooper?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Cooper, you're being held on an out-of-county warrant from Seminole, and so what happens is, since they're not transporting prisoners at the moment, or inmates, we're going to contact Seminole County and ask them what they want to do. They might say, well, give them a bond, or don't give them a bond, whatever, we'll come get them, but until they answer us, we don't have anything to tell you. So you'll be brought back probably within a day or two once we get an answer from Seminole County, okay? All right, good luck to you.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Mr. East?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, they gave him a bond on this, 500. Okay, so you're being held on an out-of-county warrant. However, you have a $500 bond on that. So if you post that, you can get released. And I'm not going to take any action on your prior cases.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. Mitchell? All right, Ms. Mitchell, you are being held on a warrant out of somewhere. Seminole County. She got two? There's just duplicate. Okay, so you're being held on a Seminole County warrant. I don't know if you heard what I told the other gentleman, but we're going to contact Seminole County and ask them what they want us to do with you. And once they answer, you will be brought back to court and told what they said. Okay? Good luck to you. Mr. Monroe?
How you doing?
All right, Mr. Monroe, you're also being held on an out-of-county warrant There's no bond. We're going to contact that county, and you'll be brought back to court once we get an answer as to what they want us to do with you, okay?
Okay.
So you'll be brought back in a day or two once the county responds to Orange.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Plight?
He's medical, Your Honor.
Do you want to waive defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, so just so I understand, does he have new case? Is this 2020 CF 7683AO a new case in Orange?
He's already been seen on that.
He's been seen on that. Okay, so all I'm dealing with is the probation violation, which is out of Seminole.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there an actual warrant that's been issued?
He's here on the on view.
Okay, so I'm going to stay those at no bond. And I don't have to address the Orange County because he's already been seen on it, is what I'm being told. Ramos? All right, Mr. Ramos, you're being held on a bond from some other county, but they gave you, Seminole. But you have a $1,000 bond on that, so you can bond out on that if you wish.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Valio?
He's medical, Your Honor.
We'll waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Out of county warrant, there was no bond. So I guess you'll try to bring him back once we get a response.
Ignacio Núñez Mates, Your Honor.
No, it's De La Nuez Amate.
Muy buenas tardes. Estamos aquí para primera comparecencia en el caso 20MM1322 Ignacio Güey Mates.
Please state your name, sir.
Señor, díganos su nombre, por favor. Ignacio de la Nuez y Mate.
Mr. De La Nuez Amate, you were arrested on a warrant for violation of pretrial release conditions in a domestic violence case.
Señor de la Nuez, usted fue detenido por el caso de incumplimiento de el caso que tiene de libertad preventiva por un caso de violencia doméstica.
Your bond was set at $0.
Por el momento está detenido sin fianza.
I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,000.
El juez le va a dar una fianza de $1,000.
Pero no entiendo, si yo no estaba haciendo nada, yo he cumplido con todos los requisitos y a mí me encontraron trabajando y me trajeron hacia acá.
But I do not understand. I do not understand. I have not complied with everything. I was doing everything. They took me. I was working when they arrested me and brought me here.
That's fine. You were arrested on a warrant.
Usted fue arrestado en una orden de arresto de detención.
The court found probable cause that you did violate the conditions of your. Excuse me, sir.
Momento. El juez ha hallado que hay causas de incumplimiento. I haven't heard from that person in a month. The only thing I leave my house for is for work.
That's fine, sir. You were arrested for an incident that occurred on June 1st.
Usted está siendo arrestado por un incidente que ocurrió el 1 de junio.
A court found probable cause that you violated the injunction.
Y el juez halló que habían causas que demostraban que usted incumplió la orden de alejamiento.
That is the terms of your release. As I said, your bond is set at $1,000.
Esas son las condiciones de libertad. Como dije ya, la fianza es de $1,000.
Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
Se le está designando el defensor público para que le represente.
I'm not going to at this time revoke your bond on the pending battery case.
Por el momento yo no voy a revocar la fianza que tiene en el caso de agresión,
But I emphasize to you that you were to have no contact directly or indirectly with Yesenia Fernandez Vicens,
pero no puede tener ningún tipo de contacto directo no indirecto con Yesenia Fernández Cienz,
and not to go within 1,000 feet of the address or the apartment 30A305 at 2373 North Central Avenue in Kissimmee.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can you repeat the address for the interpreter,
Yes,
please?
it's apartment A305 at 2373 North Central Avenue.
Tiene que mantenerse a 1,000 pies alejado de donde esta persona vive, que es en el apartamento A305 del 2373 de la North Central Avenue.
Your next court date will be on demand in circuit court.
Esa es
I'm
la
sorry,
orden.
I take that back. Your next court date will be
Next court date if still in jail, July 2nd. If out, July 20th in courtroom 5B at 9:30 a.m.
Señor, la próxima fecha de corte, si aún está en la cárcel, es el 2 de julio. Si usted puede salir, entonces la próxima fecha de corte será el 20 de julio en la sala 5B a las 9:30 de la mañana en el Tribunal del Centro.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Your Honor, I have one more male requesting a Spanish interpreter, Pablito Valentin Rivera.
All right, state your name, sir.
Señor, díganos su nombre.
Pablito J. Valentín Rivera.
Pablito J. Valentin Rivera.
Mr. Valentin Rivera, you were arrested on a charge of battery.
Señor Valentín Rivera, usted fue arrestado por un delito de agresión.
Your bond is presently set at $0.
Por el momento usted está siendo detenido sin fianza.
I'm informed that there is a witness here who wishes to provide some testimony, so we'll be at ease for a moment as she is brought in.
Vamos a tomar un momento aquí. Tengo entendido que hay un testigo que quiere hablarle al juez. Esperemos momentáneamente.
All right, ma'am, raise your right hand.
Señora, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Usted solemnemente jura o afirma que el testimonio que va a presentar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
What is your name?
¿Su nombre?
Lourdes Feliciano.
Repítame, por favor.
Lourdes Feliciano.
Lourdes Feliciano.
Ms. Feliciano, can you ask your children to sit on the bench, please?
Señora Feliciano, por favor, dígale a los niños que se sienten en el banquillo.
Right, we're addressing Mr. Valentin Rivera's case. And the court is considering conditions of release. I'm interested in any input you want to provide the court.
Estamos aquí considerando el caso del señor Valentín Rivera. El juez está dispuesto a escuchar cualquier condición de libertad que usted pueda pedir o quiera pedirle al juez.
Okay. Está bien.
Is there anything you want to say? Do you want to have contact? Do you not want to have contact? Do you want him at your house? Do you not want him at your house?
¿Hay alguna cosa que usted quiera decir? ¿Usted quiere tener contacto con él? ¿No quiere tener contacto con él? ¿Quiere que él regrese a la casa o no? ¿Usted se siente segura?
Yo me siento segura, pero con la condición de que él no me vuelva a tomar alcohol y que sea por lo menos un mes que esté afuera para yo pues pensar en la situación. Y yo no le deseo mal, yo lo que quiero es que él pues
Un momento.
en esta situación él pueda pensar en sus hijos.
Un momento, por favor. I feel safe. I just don't want him to drink alcohol for, at least not to drink alcohol. And I would want him out for 1 month for him to think about things and think about his children.
Thank you, ma'am. If you are here for any future court proceedings, I would strongly suggest that you find some child care. We cannot accommodate children in the courtroom. Thank you. You may step outside.
Gracias, señora. Para cualquier procedimiento legal en el futuro, el juez le recomienda que consiga un cuidado para los niños porque aquí en el tribunal no tenemos cómo asistirle con el cuidado de los chicos. Bien, gracias. Eso es todo.
Thank you. That's all. Just step out with the children, please.
Puede salir con los niños, por favor.
Do we have any prior criminal history other than this incident?
He has no history, Your Honor.
Se le ha preguntado al fiscal si hay récord de algún otro incidente y aparentemente no tiene historial.
Mr. Valentine, at this time, I'm going to set bond in your case in the amount of $100.
Señor Valentín, en su caso yo le voy a dar una fianza de $100 en este momento.
It will be conditioned upon supervision by pretrial release.
Y eso va a ser bajo la condición que sea reportado bajo el programa de libertad preventiva.
Until further order of the court, you're going to have to find another place to stay.
Hasta que sea puesto bajo aviso de un juez de la corte, usted va a tener que buscarse otro lugar donde donde vivir.
You are not allowed to return to the residence at 830 Perth Place, apartment 103.
830, I'm sorry, Your Honor, 830 First Place?
Perth, P-E-R-T-H.
Usted va a tener que buscar otro lugar donde vivir, no va a poder regresar a la 830 de la Earth Street, apartamento 103.
You may return on one occasion accompanied by a law enforcement officer to retrieve clothing or personal possessions you may have at that address.
Solamente va a poder regresar a esa dirección en una sola ocasión, acompañado de un policía a retirar sus artículos personales.
You are not to have contact with Lourdes Feliciano Castro.
No va a poder tener contacto con Lourdes Feliciano Castro.
You are not to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages at all or any controlled substance without a valid prescription.
No va a poder consumir ni poseer ningún tipo de bebidas alcohólicas y no va a poder consumir o tomar ningún medicamento sin recetas.
You are not to possess any weapons or firearms.
No va a poseer ningún tipo de armas o armas de fuego.
You will be subject to testing to make sure that you don't drink alcohol or take controlled substances unlawfully.
Y se va a tener que someter a pruebas para asegurarse de que no está consumiendo alcohol o drogas.
Mr. Valentin Rivera, the conditions of no return and no contact can be modified by the court.
Señor Valentín Rivera, las condiciones de no tener contacto o de no regresar al lugar de los hechos pueden ser modificadas por el juez.
Before doing that, the court would want some additional information.
pero antes de hacer eso, el juez va a querer cierta información adicional.
You can speak to your lawyer about getting those conditions modified if you want to return and to have contact.
Usted puede hablar con su abogado para pedir que se modifiquen esas condiciones si es que quiere tener contacto o quiere regresar al lugar de los hechos.
But unless or until the court modifies those conditions, you must comply with them.
A menos que un juez modifique esas condiciones, tiene que cumplir con estas.
Even if Ms. Feliciano Castro attempts to have contact with you, if you allow that without a modification, you could wind up in jail without any bond until the case is resolved.
Si la señora Feliciano se trata de comunicar con usted y tiene comunicación con usted, sin que haya modificado las condiciones de libertad por un juez, usted puede acabar nuevamente en la cárcel.
So make sure you work through your lawyer to get that changed if you want it changed.
Así que asegúrese que trabaja por medio de su abogado si es que quiere que le conseguir algún cambio a estas condiciones.
Your next court date will be
If still in jail, July 2nd. If filed, July 20th in courtroom 4A at 10 a.m.
Si está aún en la cárcel, la próxima fecha de corte es el 2 de julio. Si ha podido salir, entonces su próxima fecha de corte va a ser el 20 de julio en la sala 4A en el tribunal a las 10 de la mañana.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Anyone else who's present require the services of the Spanish language interpreter? If so, please come forward.
Si hay alguien más que necesite los servicios de un intérprete, por favor pase adelante.
What is your name, sir?
Derek Abreu.
Derek.
I'm sorry.
Derek Abreu.
Mr.
Abreu.
This is Osceola County Case 20 CT 1417. Mr. Abreu, you were arrested for failure to appear on a charge of attaching a tag not assigned. Your bond was set at $2,000.
Señor Abreu, usted está aquí en el caso 20CT1417 por no haber presentado en corte en un caso de una tablilla o una placa que no le correspondía al vehículo. La fianza es de $2,000.
Sí, pero yo estaba arrestado ya y yo estaba release a las 11:15, por eso es que no me pude presentar.
Yes, but I was already detained and I was released at 11:15. That's why I was not able to show up.
Y trataron de buscar comunicación con usted, con el juez, para poder explicarle la situación y nunca pudieron conseguirlo.
And they tried to get in touch with the judge to explain the situation, but they were not able to get a hold of them.
Okay. You were detained where?
¿Usted estaba detenido dónde?
Aquí mismo.
Right here.
He was in jail. He was in jail at the time that it was called. All right. Are you in custody for another charge right now?
¿Usted está detenido bajo custodia por otro caso por el momento?
No, es por ese mismo caso, porque no estuve detenido, porque no fui a la cita el lunes a las 8:30.
No, for the same case, because I didn't show up for the appointment on Monday at 8:30.
Right, that's why you were arrested. So I'm not sure what you're telling me about being detained at the time of your court appearance.
Por eso fue arrestado. Lo que están tratando de ver es que usted estaba detenido cuando tenía la cita.
Sí, nosotros habíamos llamado ese mismo día para poder, para que ustedes supieran y tuvieran, se supiera eso, pero nunca se pudo poder en comunicación con ustedes. Y
Yeah,
para poder cambiar la cita.
we had tried to call the same day, but we weren't able to get in touch with anyone. We were trying to get the appointment changed.
A mí me arrestaron en la misma.
That's all right, I've heard enough.
Un momento, ya escuché suficiente. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So the reason you didn't show up was because you'd been arrested for theft of a firearm, possession of cannabis, and sale of cocaine in another case.
Your Honor, is that Osceola County?
Yes.
What's the case number, Your Honor?
20 CF 1760.
1760? Thank you, Your Honor.
In any event, Mr. Abreu, in this case, I will reduce the bond to $500. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
Señor Abreu, en este caso el juez le va a reducir la fianza a $500. Ya tiene un defensor público para que le represente.
The next court date will be
Next court date is still in jail, July 2nd, and filed July 20th in courtroom 4A.
Thank you, sir.
La próxima fecha de corte es el 2 de julio si aún está detenido o julio 20 si está bajo libertad en la sala 4A.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Dashaline, thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
All right, Dashaline Medelis.
He will be coming later, Your Honor.
All right. In round two. Kendall Cologne. Kendall Cologne. Be in the next group too.
Yes, Your Honor, he'll be the second group.
Jensen Falero Cologne.
Your Honor? Is this for Jensen Flair Cologne? You just stated 2015 CF 3170. Can I approach the bench, Your Honor? Can we approach and talk about this matter?
All right. Okay, so as to Jensen Falero Cologne, he'd be medically unavailable today, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And we'll reset his case to Monday, the 29th at 9 o'clock.
It's already set for you.
Right, that's when we're doing it, so. Yeah, it'll be, we can put 8:15 if you want. Okay. All right, Alec Williams? Elick Williams? Next group?
Oh, he's in the hospital, Your Honor.
All right. All right, well, the Public Defender's Office is appointed as bond remain at $2,000. We'll recall his case tomorrow in the event that he may be out. Carlton Calvin.
Rudy Rounder, on behalf of Mr. Calvin, Your Honor.
Okay.
Victim's outside.
State your name, sir. Mr. Calvin, you arrested on a charge of battery. Your bond is presently set at 0. Your attorney, Mr. Ramzwan, is present here in court, and there's also a witness who wishes to provide some information, I believe, so we'll get any input she wishes to provide before we proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I do have an issue with probable cause in this case. The only indication, well, there's two indications.
Let me look what she has to say first. All right, good afternoon, ma'am. If you'll raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Tell us your name, please.
Annalila Balaydam.
Okay. Ms.
Balaydam.
Balaydam, you are listed as the alleged victim in the case involving Mr. Calvin. And the court is considering conditions of release. I'm interested in any input you want to provide, such as, do you want to have contact? Do you not want to have contact? Do you want him to return home? Do you want him not to return home immediately? Do you feel safe? Do you not feel safe?
Your Honor, nothing that the police said happened, it happened. We had a little, because I thought he was cheating on me, and we had a little arguing. I was the one that was doing most of the yelling. I locked my room door, and my kids didn't know what was going on, so my 17-year-old daughter called the cops.
Okay.
When they came.
So let me jump to the other matters. So you're telling me that you're not in fear of Mr. Calvin, is that
No,
correct?
I need him back home.
And you want him to return?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions from the state?
None for the state, Your Honor.
Well, based on her testimony here under oath, together with the conflicting information provided to law enforcement at the scene, I'm going to find that there is no probable cause in this case, and I will release Mr. Calvin on his recognizance at this time.
Judge, can the state get 24 hours to see if we can get more from the officers?
There's not much more you can get, I don't think. What you have is pretty clearly one daughter saying something happened, the mother saying nothing happened, and then later the daughters said that nothing physical took place.
Give me one moment, Your Honor.
Okay. And you can still proceed with prosecution if you feel that's appropriate, but I'm not going to reset this one.
Just give me one moment, Your Honor. I have to keep track of all the names in here. Judge, the only thing I just wanted to bring to your attention that there was a bump and there was some sort of injury on her forehead correlated with even though there may have been conflicting testimony from the same person. I believe that under the circumstances of the situation, given the bump, the comment is that should teach you a lesson not to, expletive cheat on me. And then also the call notes given by the 17-year-old. The 17-year-old is a child, although supposed to be an adult, they may recant, they may have felt afraid. I don't know the reason for changing their story, but I believe there is probable cause on this case.
Right, I understand. I'm still going to find no probable cause at this time, release the defendant on his recognizance. The state certainly has the option of proceeding with prosecution if they feel appropriate.
Thank you, Judge.
So, thank you, ma'am.
Next court date, July 20th in courtroom 5B at 10:30 a.m.
All right, Nicholas Houston. Oh, Mr. Ramzwan, if you'll approach for just a moment. All right, good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name.
Nicholas Cortez, Houston.
Mr. Houston, you were arrested on 2 charges of battery, 1 charge of, 1 count of child abuse. Your bond was set at 0. Any input with respect to any prior history on Mr. Houston?
Yes, Your Honor. He has no Florida priors, but he does have 10 priors out of Arkansas dating back to 2004. He has multiple prior battery domestics, and 3 of which were convictions. He was convicted of an ag assault in 2014. He has a previous child endangerment charge, unknown disposition on that.
Based on the facts alleged in this case, Mr. Houston, I'm going to set bond as to each count in the amount of $250.
Excuse me, Don, I didn't hear you.
Your bond is set at $250 on each count.
Okay, thank you.
It is conditioned upon you having no hostile contact with Raven Noyd, with Navy Houston, or with Rayla Houston. That would include no physical punishment of Navy Houston or Rayla Houston. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be on demand on circuit court. So, are you returning to Arkansas?
Yes, sir, as soon as I make bond. I was gonna call the, not the prosecuting attorney, but I was gonna call the prosecuting attorney and let him know that I lived out of town so he can reschedule my.
Right, so we have an address of 2006 Green Acres Road in Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Is that where you receive mail?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, well, if you post bond, you certainly are able to return there, but just make sure that you respond to any court notices that are sent to you.
Yes, sir, Your
There
Honor.
may be, the Public Defender's Office represents you at this time, and they may be able to waive your appearance at certain court appearances. You'll have to talk to them about whether they can do that or whether that's something you want to do.
Your Honor, if I may, just one moment, Your Honor, for him. Sir, my name's Adam, I'm public defender. Please, because you're out of state, make sure you contact us, okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you do that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a nice afternoon.
You too. David Kervin? State your name, sir.
David Wig Curlin.
Mr. Kervin, you were arrested on a charge of violation of pretrial release conditions in a domestic violence case. Your bond was set at 0.
Your Honor, may I speak in behalf of the probable cause when you have a moment? Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Reading the police affidavit and looking through his 2 non-contact orders, there was a contact order that states on his IAs that he was not supposed to return to their residence, but then there was another contact order that states that he just can't, simply put, can't be at the property while the person is there. If we read what the police officer said, straightforward, the police officer said she was not there. Other people stated she was not there either. Gentleman from reading the police affidavit stated that he knew that she was not there. I know this might still meet to the burden that you're saying that there's probable cause, but at least take that into consideration when we're talking about bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, I pay rent at that residence.
Hey, sir, hold on, sir. This is the public defender. Just hold on a minute, okay? Thank you.
Oh, yes,
Yeah. The wording of the two orders can be somewhat confusing. The initial appearance order in case 20 MM 1115 ordered no contact with the victim and not to return to the resident. The pretrial release, no contact order, orders no contact with the victim and not to be within 500 feet of the victim's residence.
Hey, Judge, on 20 MM 1115, it appears that we are, never mind, Judge, sorry about that. The fog is getting in the way of me being able to read some of these things.
That's all right. I'm going to set bond Mr. Kervin, any amount of $100 on this new charge. I'm not going to take action on the case that you're out on bond for right now. I suggest that you immediately contact your attorney, and if the alleged victim in your other case is not residing at that address, your attorney can likely get Judge Arendas to clarify that you would be allowed to return.
Judge, I did see it correctly. We haven't filed yet, but we don't intend on filing charges on 20 MM 115.
Okay.
I just wanted to be honest and bring that to your attention. Thank you.
I appreciate that, but the order will mean as an
Thank you.
extra.
Okay.
So as soon as you get out, contact your lawyer. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office in both these cases. So contact the Public Defender's Office, and they can help get things squared away for you. And if the state actually files a no information,
That'll be,
the other case,
yes, Your
will
Honor.
resolve that case, and may resolve this one as well, given the using.
And if I may, just for his clarification, so he knows, can he return to that residence or not, Your Honor?
Until you talk to your lawyer, don't return to that residence.
Thank you.
Your lawyer can get that squared away. I think he can do it pretty quickly, but if you go back to that residence now, because of the judge's initial appearance order, you would be subject to arrest. So you have another place you can go on a temporary basis?
I'm a veteran, I go to the VA hospital, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I think your lawyer can get it squared away pretty quickly, but just,
Okay, so will I be going home tonight?
you can get out. You've got a $100 bond. You can post that bond and get out tonight.
I have no money, sir.
Your Honor, if,
I don't get my disability check until the third.
Well, state, you're announcing that you're going to no info, the 20 MM 1115.
Judge, it's not my case. It's the domestic violence attorney's case. I see it sitting in there. I can't say that without talking to her first. But looks like it's about to be filed. I'm reaching out to her.
I don't think I can release my non-monetary conditions given the nature of the charge.
well, if I may, since it's a no contact, and for the facts of the case, I would just say to the court, our conversation about how it was read and where we're at and going forward with it, and the gentleman does know now in court from yourself, Your Honor, that he can't return there, I would just ask that ROR at this point in time, Your Honor.
I think I can do that without making a finding of no PC, which I don't think I can understand your argument, but I don't think I can fairly make that. Mr. Kervin, I'm going to leave the bond at $100 today. Contact your attorney. Your attorney may be in touch with you. They might be able to assist you in communicating with someone outside.
No, thank you, Your Honor. I guess this is my home for a while. Thank you.
Thank you. Your next court date will be?
If still in jail, July 2nd. If out, July 20th in courtroom 4E at 10 a.m.
Arthur Mitchell? Good afternoon. State your name.
Arthur Mitchell.
Okay, Ms. Mitchell, you're arrested on a charge of assault. Your bond was set at 0. Do we have any prior history on Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor, he has 26 priors dating back to 2006, multiple drug charges, he has a total of 13 misdemeanor convictions and 10 felony convictions throughout, the majority of which, again, are drug charges. The most recent is a 2018 possession of paraphernalia, marijuana, possession of marijuana with intent, Willis, and no valid DL. He was only convicted of the no valid DL, however.
All right. Mr. Mitchell, I'm going to set bond based on the facts of this case, the amount of $250. It will be conditioned upon supervision by pretrial release. If you post bond, you will not have any contact directly or indirectly with Leslie Sabick. You will not return to within 1,000 feet of 1465 Vicks Drive in Kissimmee. You will not possess any weapons or firearms. All right, the public defender's office is appointed to represent you. Your next court date.
If still in jail, July 2nd. If out, July 20th in courtroom 4E at 10 a.m.
Thank you, sir. Brian Petraka Telpa. Okay. Good afternoon. You have an attorney that's apparently on the phone, so go ahead. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And who is this?
Your Honor, my name is Jose Gonzalez, and I represent Brian Petraka Telpa.
Okay. Mr. Petraka Telpa is here on video. If you'll state your name.
Brian Petraka Telpa.
Okay, Mr. Petraka Telpa, you've been arrested on charges of battery and tampering with a witness to prevent communication to a law enforcement officer. Your bond is presently set at $0. And do we have any prior history on the defendant?
He has no history.
Okay. All right, I will be setting bond and release conditions. There's a notation here that the alleged victim was intending to be present, but we don't know when he's present in this case.
He wanted to.
Your Honor, I couldn't hear that last comment.
I said there's a notation that the alleged victim was going to appear in court and provide some input, but no one is here.
Judge, if I may, I have her available by phone. I don't know if the court would consider her statements by phone.
I really can't do that. There's no way of knowing who we're talking to, so in any event, I'm going to be setting conditions of release. Is there any input from the state?
Judge, the state would like no contact with the victim. Doesn't look like drugs or alcohol were involved, nor does it look like there was any weapons or anything used. So just no contact with the victim and no return to the address.
All right, Mr. Tetelpa, Petraka Tetelpa, I'm going to set bond in your case the amount of $1,000 for the tampering with the witness, $100 on the battery charge. It will be conditioned upon supervision by pretrial release if you do post bond. Until further order of the court, you are not to have any contact directly or indirectly with Elizabeth Grace Portuguese. You are not to return to the residence at 1229 Winding Willow Court. You may do so on one occasion accompanied by a law enforcement officer to retrieve any clothing or personal possessions you may need from that address. If it turns out that Ms. Portuguese is no longer residing at that address, you would be allowed to return if that fact is confirmed by a pretrial release. But otherwise, you're not to return except to retrieve your possessions. Your next court date will be on demand in circuit court, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Good day.
You too. All right. Kathleen, or Megan Robertson?
She is with the second group, Your Honor.
Okay. And Maria Sepulveda is also?
I believe that's Oki bonded. That's all from this group. We're returning them and getting the next group in.
All right. These for a few moments.
See, there was 5,500 cases.
Ms. Day, I assume you're objecting to Mr. Haynes's motion? Okay. There's nothing we can do real quickly. All right, we've got I'm sorry. I just thought if it was going to be real quick, we could do it while they're switching in and out, but. I guess that's going to take him a few minutes, and let's go ahead and address Ms. Sullivan's case. So this is case 17 CF 4146, State versus Sarah Sullivan.
Yes,
And Mr. Haynes is present on her behalf. I see Ms. Sullivan's in the courtroom, but she remains where she is unless you need her to come forward.
I don't need it, Your Honor.
Okay. You've got
The motions may be a little premature in that we may not get the trial. Last night, I kind of realized that the state may be objecting, so I put together the motion to dismiss. I actually thought I was going to be late for court, but I didn't realize it was 2 o'clock. But nevertheless, I did e-file that. You'll see that the motion to dismiss based upon subjective and objective entrapment has been filed and properly sworn to. With that being said, I believe that my motion to compel, even though we know the identity of the informant, I still title it a motion to compel the identity of the confidential informant and to compel various items like the criminal history, the plea agreement, substantial assistance agreement, and other relevant documents, because at trial or even at a hearing on my entrapment defense, I have a right to cross-examine this informant on their interaction with my client prior to the actual drug transaction. Based on the discovery, the prosecution wants to start this case the day before the actual sale. Like essentially, my client was operating as a middleman, but there's history, several days of telephone calls, meetings at work between this confidential informant who had a 15-year minimum mandatory, I believe, and she was given a certain direction of people she had to set up in order to work her case down. I actually located her in prison, and I was like, well, how in the world you end up getting in prison because you had a deal and she just didn't set up enough people. So she is currently in prison, but I think she'll be getting out soon. And at that point, I won't know, where exactly this informant is. But there was, based on the sworn motion to compel, as well as what we swore to in the motion to dismiss, this person who has many names, I end up calling her Miss Garcia, but it might be Burrell-Garcia. I did some independent work and found various cases under her aliases, but I don't have as much access as the state has. They know exactly what cases she was working off, what her deal was, who her quote-unquote handler was. They have all that information in order for me to present a fair motion hearing before Your Honor. And if unfortunately you were not to prevail, we have to go to trial. All these documents that they have access to is in their custody. I'm going to need to cross-examine and impeach and show bias of the confidential informant.
Ms. Day?
Yes, Your Honor. Preliminarily, I did want to point out that in defense's motion to compel identity of confidential informant and compel disclosure of criminal history, please name substantial business agreement, other relevant documents. Under paragraph 10, under the paragraph after paragraph 10, where defense is making a request, there are a number of case numbers listed. The state just wanted to put on the record that in case 16 CF 2343, that case was actually a case of Ms. Sullivan. That was no information by the state. It was for grand theft of a hotel employee. In case number 17 CF 4146, that is actually this case at hand, 2018 AC 00005. The state has no information about that case number. We do not have AC case numbers. In 2019 MM 1914, that is for a case against the state of Florida versus Carlos Hernandez Jr. That is a DV battery case. There are no victims or witnesses that have anything to do with this case. And in 2019 CF 3738, that is actually the murder case against Christopher Otero Rivera, which again has no bearing on this case or any witnesses or victims. So the state is asking the court to strike those. The request is they are not material or relevant to this case. And Judge, in proceeding forward with the motion to compel, I do have two witnesses here to provide testimony, as well as a number of case law documents to provide the court in the context of legal argument.
I would wish, the motion was filed a long time ago. Sit up and drop me some case law at the 12th hour is unfair, but I think the case is law pretty clear that I have a right to cross-examine this person on these issues.
I'll let her put on her testimony and whatever she wants to put on, so.
As far as the case numbers, Your Honor, I think I attached where I got those from, like when I put this person's name in, the Osceola County clerk, there was all these related case numbers. That's part of my handicap. I don't know exactly what case numbers.
I'm not worried about it.
All right, that's
The witnesses here?
Yes.
Okay. We're still waiting on the inmates, so we can go ahead and.
The state will call Richard Silva, who's in the witness room. Richard Silva.
How long is it, this testimony to be?
No more than 10 minutes for both witnesses combined.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put them up.
while the witness is coming in, I would say that I sure didn't get any notice of anybody's going to be called for hearing, and even if they have a generic witness list, they're supposed to identify those witnesses prior to hearings, but I'm okay with it, I can work with it, but I would just like next time, give me a little heads up. And I don't even know if this witness is even on the generic witness list, to be honest with you. I'll check it right quick, too.
I do.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Would you please state your name for the record?
Richard Silva
Where are you currently employed?
with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
What is your role with Osceola County Sheriff's Office?
I'm assigned to a multi-jurisdictional drug task force, the Osceola County Investigative Bureau.
How long have you been with the Sheriff's Office?
At the Sheriff's Office since December 1994.
Were you involved in a case, State of Florida versus Sarah Sullivan, 17 CF 4146?
Yes, I was.
What was your involvement in this case?
I was a part of the rescue/arrest team during the arrest of Mr., I think it was Lee Robinson Velez.
So you were involved in the rescue or arrest team for co-defendant Lee Albert Robertson Velez?
Yes.
Did you have any involvement in this case from November 28th, on or about November 28th, until the actual arrest of the co-defendant?
No, just in that capacity.
Did you have any involvement with the way that this case originated or the way that Ms. Sullivan seemed to be involved with law enforcement?
No, I'm not privy to any of that information.
Were you a handler for any confidential informants regarding this case against Sarah Sullivan?
No.
Are you aware of any confidential informants and their information as they came to fruition against this case with Sarah Sullivan?
No.
Is there anything else you would be able to testify to at trial regarding how this case came to be?
No.
Would your testimony at trial be anything other than the arrest of the co-defendant Lee Albert Robinson Velez?
Correct.
No further questions.
Any questions?
I have some questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sit down. Oh, next one.
The state calls Matthew Hobbs. And can we get Matthew Hobbs? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you tell to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Would you please state your name for the record?
Matthew Hobbs,
Where are you currently employed?
St. Cloud Police Department,
How long have you been with the St. Cloud Police Department?
6 years.
What is your current role at the St. Cloud Police Department?
I'm a patrol sergeant.
What was your role in 2017, particularly November and December 2017?
I was a narcotics agent for Osceola County Investigations Bureau.
And did you have involvement in the case State of Florida versus Sarah Sullivan, 17 CF 4146?
Yes.
What was your involvement in that case?
My involvement was I was the case agent, and I bought narcotics, which Sarah set up.
Okay, so when you say case agent, can you describe what that means?
I was in charge of the case where I was buying trafficking amounts of narcotics, and Sarah was unwitting or providing the source.
Were you working undercover?
Yes,
And were you working with Ms. Sullivan on or about November 28, 2017 until December 1st, 2013?
yes,
Were you introduced to Ms. Sullivan by anybody?
yes.
And who was that?
It was a CI, a confidential informant.
Sorry, were you the handler for the CI?
Yes.
Can you describe for the board how that initial introduction took place?
I talked to the CI who was on a substantial agreement for narcotics, and she told me that she had a friend who had a source that I could buy from, and the CI spoke with Sarah on the phone and said, hey, this is my boy Derek's phone number, can you call him? And then that's how I got in contact with Sarah.
Did you provide the CI with a list of people to contact in regards to working off his or her contract?
I did not. She provided me a list of people that she could get narcotics from.
After that initial phone call, did you have any additional contact with the CI in this case?
Not directly, she wasn't participating in any of the deals. I didn't talk to her about the case other than, hey, I'm doing it on this day. Don't talk to her about this. Don't talk to her about that. Leave it alone. And asking her, hey, has she said anything to you? Have you had any conversations with her?
Is that typical of a CI handler, someone who's working on a contract?
Yes.
Was the CI present when the deal took place with Sarah Sullivan?
No.
Was the CI ever involved in any additional three-way calls or text or any form of communication with Sarah Sullivan?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you aware of any, other than the initial contact that took place, are you aware of any additional communication between the CI and Sarah Sullivan?
Nothing that was pertaining to any dope. I know that they talked, but they were friends. They wasn't unusual for them to talk.
Is it is it fair to say that the CI in this case provided you with a lead?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
All right, Ms. Raines, any questions?
Try not to turn this into the motion to dismiss hearing, but you indicated that this CI told you that she had a friend who could put you in contact with a person that trafficked in cocaine. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you know what conversations this CI had with Ms. Sullivan prior to your first communication with Ms. Sullivan?
I do not. They've known each other for longer than I've known the CI.
So you don't know what discussions the CI had that caused Ms. Sullivan to contact you?
I know that I was on a three-way call when the CI called Sarah and said, hey, my boy's trying to get stuff, meaning cocaine, or can you put him in touch with your boy?
Okay.
And I know that the Sarah said yes, but I want something out of it, or something along those lines.
That was the first and only conversation that you heard between Ms. Sullivan and Ms. Garcia. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you don't know what other conversation they had, correct?
Correct.
And in fact, when she called out of the blue and said, hey, I'm with my boy, Ms. Sullivan didn't say, what the heck are you talking about?
No.
So that would indicate that there had been some prior conversations. Okay, would that indicate that there had been some prior conversation other than the only one that you heard regarding this topic of?
No.
Okay. All right. Now you said this informant was, I believe you said knew Ms. Sullivan for a while. Was this a paid informant? Like, was this informant getting money to do this?
No, she was not.
In fact, this informant had also herself been charged with trafficking. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there was an agreement put in place for her to go out and get some other traffickings in order to work her case off. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
All right, dude, and is that, was that memorialized into some sort of written agreement?
Yes.
And when this agreement took place, was there any prosecutors involved, or was it just you and this informant?
The state was there as well.
So there was other individuals who were present, and do you know the names of those individuals?
I don't recall.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, but that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for all that, so I didn't know if he knows. But I'm sorry. Okay, I'll get to the point. All right. So, well, at least can you tell the court what this person's minimum mandatory was, based on the amount that they were caught with, or do you recall that?
It was a 3-year mid-man, I believe so. I believe.
For who?
For the CI.
Okay. But, all right, I guess I'll wait to get the documents on that. And how many cases did this, or was this CI charged with at the time they became a CI?
I don't recall.
As a result of their efforts, they were not sentenced to a minimum mandatory, is that correct?
I don't recall. I don't know. I left the unit prior to her fulfilling her agreement.
Okay. You did indicate that you made a purchase, though, from another person. It wasn't Ms. Sullivan who the purchase was made, that you purchased. Okay. And Ms. Sullivan wasn't with that person when that purchase was made, correct?
Correct.
All right. Do you have any, I'm sorry. When your CI came and said, hey, I got a girl that can, did you do any background check on Ms. Sullivan to see if she had ever been charged with any drug offenses or anything like that?
Yes.
And did you come up with anything?
I don't recall.
Okay. All right. So what am I asking for? Okay, I think that's it. All right, y'all, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Any reader?
Are three-way calls common practice among law enforcement and companies in Canada?
Yes, we have a program that's called Callio, which records the conversation without the suspect, for lack of a better term, knowing that the officer is listening to the phone call.
And is there anything else you would be testifying to at trial regarding how this initial setup came to be, other than the CI giving the law enforcement a lead?
It's hard for me to hear what you said.
Is there anything else you would be testifying to regarding how this case came to fruition regarding the CI, other than that the CI provided law enforcement with a lead
No.
to get in contact with Sarah Sullivan? No further.
All right, thank you, sir. You may sit down. Any additional evidence or testimony, state?
It's argument.
Okay. Brief argument, Mr. Haynes.
Yes, Your Honor. They call the lead, I call it entrapment. It'll be up to the court and maybe a jury to decide, but at the end of the day, we know there is an existence of a plea agreement. From what I can tell, again, I thought it was a 7 or 15-year man. I may be wrong. But having spoken with this person, the bottom line is they said, I'm in jail because I couldn't get the number of setups that I was supposed to. There's an agreement that's going to outline that I'm not privy to, that they have. Again, I'm not sure what all the cases are, but again, they're privy to that. I need that. I need to, now I need the name of the state attorney who was there when this agreement was signed, because when the lady told me that a prosecutor was there, I'm like, without your attorney, I didn't think that was true, but sounds like it was. So, just in case what she's saying is a little bit different, that there was I won't say a neutral person, but there's another person there that can inform us all as to the nature of the agreement, what she was told, if she was even instructed on how not to entrap someone, all of those things, because while he can't recall, we can all run Ms. Sullivan's background and show that she doesn't have even a felony on her record. 2 misdemeanors, wasn't involved in any drugs, and just out of the blue, the CI calls her and say, hey, I got my homeboy with me that you're supposed to hook your homeboy up with. This is at least has the birth of classic entrapment if the right things fall into place. I'm not sure if the CI will be truthful on the stand. Therefore, I believe I have a right to, based on the case law, cross-examine her about, what she was facing, her motives for doing this, the terms of her agreement, all those things to help me establish either objective or subjective entrapment. I'm not going to address the state's thing about it just being a lead, because if it's a lead, then that means you're going to have some follow-up that shows this person has been doing this. And well, okay, let me address it then. Okay. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to address it, but I semi-addressed it. Okay, I'm done with my argument, y'all. I just need some fair discovery to be able to, present her case. And I did file the motion, so it's there now. I wanted to take that from them to be able to say we haven't filed one. And as soon as I can get that discovery, I can set the motion for a hearing and we can proceed on the case.
Ms. Day?
Mr. Honor, may I question?
Thanks.
Your Honor, the state would like to note for the record that the witness list in this case has been filed since March 7th, 2018. The case law is clear. In State v. Borrego, 970 Southern 2nd, 465, Florida 2nd DCA, the defendant seeking disclosure of identity of the CI who provides law enforcement with information about criminal activity must not only allege a legally cognizable defense, but also must support the defense with sworn evidence. In State v. Burgos, 985 Southern 2nd, 642, Florida 2nd DCA, 2008, a bare allegation that a defendant cannot prepare his case without disclosure of the informant is insufficient to entitle the defendant to disclosure. And 656 Southern 2nd, 590, Florida 2nd DCA, 1995, a confidential informant's presence at a drug transaction is not automatically compel disclosure. In that case, the case law is clear where the state was not required to disclose the CI, even when the CI was present at the drug transaction. Here we have sworn testimony from law enforcement that the CI in this case only provided a lead and was not present for any additional phone calls, communications, or even for the drug transaction. In State v. Harris, 939 Southern 2nd, 338, Florida 4th DCA, 2009, the trial court should consider the following factors in determining whether to disclose a confidential informant, including but not limited to whether the prosecutor must refer to the informer in the presentation of the case. Here, the state would argue that the confidential informant is not a witness in this case, has never been a witness in this case. In fact, the state did not become aware of her last name until Mr. Haynes' defense filed the motion in this case. The only evidence in this case was a text log that only used the first name. Another factor is whether the informer was an active participant in the offense charged or whether he simply supplies a lead. Again, we have sworn testimony that the confidential informant in this case, which was only known to one of the law enforcement officers who would be testifying, only provided a lead. Finally, the state has provided a case, State v. Pujo, and in that case, at the very end of that case, the court did conclude that the far more reasonable reading of the informant witness rule is that when a confidential informant will be testifying, the state must provide all information set forth in the informant witness rule. The motion in that case was denied. Your Honor, all of this case law provided is clearly on point that it is not the state's burden to disclose any of the information that the defense is seeking, and that the motion should be denied.
All right. Well, the disclosure of the identity of the confidential informant is something that can be required under certain circumstances. Obviously, in this case, it appears Mr. Haynes, may know who the CI is, but that nonetheless is entitled to additional information if he's entitled to the informant's identity. And the fact that the informant merely supplied or was merely the connector between law enforcement and the defendant isn't necessarily determinative, particularly where the defense is attempting to establish the defense of entrapment, either objective or subjective. Um, However, I quite frankly find the motion itself to be insufficient, in that it alleges in paragraph 5 that Ms. Sullivan was at the time was experiencing financial difficulties of her own. Eventually, after weeks of enticing, urging, prodding, and convincing, Ms. Sullivan made contact with Matthew Hobbs, who was posing as Jeremy, and Mr. Robinson Dolores to set up a drug transaction. That may or may not be adequate. I think in order for this court to have sufficient information to require the state to provide the CI, the allegation has to be sufficient to, at least from the defense's position, has to be sufficient to support a finding of entrapment. And what we've got is some conclusory language without any specifics as to what was said, how this would, whatever was said would be sufficient to overcome the defendant's lack of predisposition and convince her to commit an offense that she otherwise wouldn't. And if the CI didn't engage in any activity that would do that, then there's nothing to be gained by ordering the CI to be revealed. If the CI did engage in activity that was sufficient to entice a law-abiding citizen to engage in some activity which they otherwise wouldn't, then be entitled. And it's kind of really, I think, goes to your motion to dismiss. If you present sufficient evidence, the state may want to call the CI to rebut whatever is claimed to have occurred, if they have evidence that does. But I think it has to be more than just a conclusory allegation. So I'm going to deny the motion this time without prejudice to the defense to set forth with some specificity what the claim was unlawful, or what went beyond just providing an opportunity.
Can I point out one specificity I think the court is overlooking?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, under the, I don't have a cite, I think it's Glasshouser case is unlawful for law enforcement or for a person acting as law enforcement to pay a person to commit a crime. And I think specifically where it says that Mrs. Garcia, in order to sweeten up the deal, she told Mrs. Sullivan that she would receive a finder's fee for her trouble. That is specific for at least the objective entrapment part, because objectively, police or an informant acting on behalf of the belief, and I think it's Glasshouse, I don't have it on the top of my head, the right site, but I'm pretty confident in that. That's unlawful, just like if we would have alleged that the CI was paid a contingency fee, contingency fee, again, that in and of itself, under case law, has been held as objective entrapment. Just as if the CI would have cooked up some crack and told my client, hey, why don't you sell this for us? Again, that would have been based on the case law, that clear specificity. As far as the conclusory, that finder's fee is in number 5, right before it says Ms. Sullivan at the time was experiencing financial difficulties, but it was that finder's fee that was promised to her that took her from saying, no, I'm not, to, okay, let me go ahead and help you out. And with the various, again, I don't know what the young lady's agreement was, but what she told me, she gave me a set number that she had to have in order to work that off. Now, I believe, again, that set number is, okay.
That's really.
Right, okay, I'm sorry.
We're getting beyond.
I mean,
Okay.
I can refile it, and, I mean, but I'm,
You heard us to that?
Yes, Your Honor, the state stands by the case law that was previously provided to the court and counsel that the defense must provide sworn evidence and.
This is the motion itself is sworn to.
Yes, Your Honor, however, the information that's provided in there, again, is, does not necessarily lay out that there was any sort of, entrapment going on. Again, these are statements that Ms. Sullivan has told counsel that Ms. Garcia said.
Right.
We need the sworn testimony of Ms. Garcia or.
The sworn testimony of the defendant would be sufficient. I mean, she and the CI may disagree as to what the facts are, and then it'll be up to the finder of fact to determine who is credible and who is not. But the sworn testimony of the defendant would be sufficient. Well, without ruling on the sufficiency of the allegation as to the issue of entrapment, Mr. Haynes points out a specific allegation that I think is sufficient to require the CI to be disclosed. So I'm going to grant I'll reverse myself. I'll grant the motion to disclose the CI. And let's see, it'd be the CI, a copy of the CI contract and any substantial assistance deal, any fee agreements that the CI may have entered into.
Your Honor, number 3, I'll withdraw that, being that they have basically told me that I got some bad case numbers in there. And if I could just orally amend, just the person, the whatever, I guess.
I think if you get
Yeah, it'll be on there.
if you get the contract itself, the substantial assistance agreement, the case number, relevant case numbers to be on there that,
All right. I'll strike number, I'll orally seek to amend and strike the request in number 3.
so, I don't know if you have that information readily available on this day, but if not, I'll give you 10 business days to get Mr. Haynes, and then you all can set motions that may be necessary from there.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And I do have, I brought a courtesy copy of the motion to dismiss that I filed if you want.
I've got it.
You got it? Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, I'll email you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Good afternoon.
All right, and I think we're set, but is it okay if I think we're set July, the 3rd week of your trial period, I think?
That's not going to happen.
Okay, I was just gonna ask if I may move now to, continue it and get it on the next pre-trial, have it.
And I'll set it for the August 24th trial, but I'll get pretrial August 11th, but it's not likely that's going to happen either.
Yes. Can I just ask, if we end up having a hearing on this, would we be able to do, like a remote hearing or some kind of?
Remotely.
Okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor. I'll see how things work out. Thank you.
We can use Teams or telephone or.
All right. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, can you all hear us in the jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll go ahead and try to proceed with the folks.
I'm sorry, the jail is asking that we call 2 out of order.
Okay.
The first one being Kendall Cologne,
All right,
and the
Ken?
second one Megan Robertson.
All right, Kendall Cologne?
Your Honor, while they bring him up, can I just say a few comments while they bring him up to the people in jail? My name's Adam Scholl. I'm a public defender. We're here to,
He gets up there.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
My name-
Good afternoon, sir. State your name, please. Okay, Ms. Cologne, the Assistant Public Defender wants to make some comments to you first.
Yes, my name's Adam Shulman, Public Defender. Please, at this point in time, I ask for you not to say anything about the case before you. Please do not say anything, okay? And that's everyone else that's in that room right now. Please don't say anything factual. Mr. Cologne, please don't say anything, okay? Thank you, sir.
All right, and, you weren't here for the recording, so Ms. Clone and others in the courtroom at this time, you are in custody, obviously, at the Osceola County Jail. You do have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about the facts of your case to any person. If you say anything about the facts of your case to any person other than your lawyer, it could be used against you later at trial. We're not going to be talking about the facts of your case, and it likely, as your lawyer just indicated, it's likely in your best interest not to discuss the facts of your case at this time. The court has reviewed your the arrest affidavits and the affidavits for arrest warrant and so forth in the court file, depending on the nature of your case. Based on the affidavits, I do find probable cause to believe that you committed the crimes of which you've been accused, unless I indicate otherwise when I call your case. You have the right to speak with someone outside of the jail, and if you've not yet been allowed to do that, let me know. I'll ask the jail to assist you with access to the telephone. You have the right to be represented by a lawyer, and in each one of your cases, unless you tell me that you have private representation, I'm going to appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Now, Mr. Cologne, you've been arrested on 3 counts of attempted murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 3 counts of aggravated child abuse, 1 count of shooting into an occupied dwelling, 1 count of discharge of a firearm from a vehicle, 1 count of use of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and 1 count of criminal mischief with damage of less than $1,000. Your bonds are presently set at 0 as to counts 1 through 8. Actually, 1 through 9. And $2,500 each as to counts 10, 11, and 12, and $500 as to count 13. Do we have any prior history on Mr. Cologne?
He has no prior.
And State, are you intending to file a motion for pretrial detention? Or?
Judge, I would imagine so on this case.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, but, if the state's saying I imagine, there's a difference between if they are going to affirmatively say it in court.
Well, I will give the state 24 hours to make that determination.
Specifically for, we're past PC, of course, because there's a warrant. So at this point in time, it's for them to
As to
file.
the bond, as to the bond amount, I'll give them 24 hours to file a motion for pretrial detention if they wish to do so. If not, an initial appearance tomorrow.
Initial appearance tomorrow. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
So, Mr. Cologne, we'll see you again tomorrow at initial appearance. Thank you. Yeah, that's, all right, the other one we had, they wanted to call was,
Megan Robertson.
Megan Robertson. Good afternoon. Tell us your name, please.
Megan Robertson.
Ms. Robertson, you were arrested in 2 cases. In case 20 CF 1783, you're arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, possession of drug paraphernalia, and providing false name by or identification by an arrestee. Your bond was set at $2,500 for the possession of controlled substance, $500 each for the other 2 counts. I'm going to reduce the bond to $1,000 on the possession of controlled substance. It will remain at $500 each as to the other 2 counts. You're also arrested on a warrant for violation of probation in case 19 CF 772. You are being held without bond in that case and will remain at no bond at this time. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you in both cases. Your next Court date on the new charge will be on-demand circuit court. Do we have a VOP arraignment?
Case court date for 2019 CF 772, July 7th, in courtroom 5A at 8:45 a.m.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And do you know who else we have in the courtroom there? Someone else? Sorry? Okay. Then Dashaleen Medelis? State your name, please. Ms. Medelis, you arrested on a warrant out of Brevard County for 2 counts of violation of community control on charges of child neglect. Your bond is set at 0. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you while you remain in the Osceola County Jail. Normally, you'd be held until Brevard County comes to pick you up. I'm not sure how they're working that right now, given the situation with the virus. I know Brevard County was picking folks up a little while ago. I don't know if they still are.
That's what I was going to, I'm sorry. That's what I was going to ask the court, Your Honor, because administrative order, as you're aware of, it's 24 hours for them to pick them up. I don't know the situation at this point in time.
I don't either, but the Public Defender's Office here is appointed to represent you while you remain in the Osceola County Jail. They can communicate with their counterparts in Brevard County if the case can be resolved, or if a bond can be agreed upon, or if a bond hearing is to be set, we can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
So a lawyer from the Office of the Public Defender will be speaking to you shortly. All right, thank you. Carla Solano Rangel.
Your Honor, she needs a Spanish interpreter.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Carlos Morales, State Certified Spanish Interpreter. The interpreter has been sworn in already today.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Morales. We are doing an initial appearance in case 1491, State versus Carla Solano Rangel. And of course, she does not have the headset on, so Ms. Rangel, if you'll please state your name.
Diga su nombre, por favor.
Carla Gabriela Solano Rangel.
Carla Gabriela Solano Rangel.
Ms. Solano Rangel, you've been arrested on a charge of battery.
Usted fue arrestada por una acusación de agresión.
Your bond is presently set at 0.
Actualmente o hasta este momento no se le ha asignado fianza todavía.
We're going to be addressing conditions of release at this time.
Sin embargo, vamos a hablar ahora sobre las condiciones que se puedan quizás imponer sobre su libertad.
Before I do so, we have a witness here. So, sir, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you need the interpreter?
No, sir.
Okay.
But I do not speak Spanish, though, so.
Okay. Very well. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And what is your name, sir?
My name is Chad Dombeck.
Okay. Mr. Dombeck, you are listed as the victim in this case. As I said, the court is considering conditions of release in this case, and I'm interested in any input you may have.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for allowing me to speak today.
And first, let me direct just so we're getting the information that we need. We're not deciding guilt or innocence here today.
Correct.
What I'm interested in is, are you afraid of Ms. Solano Rangel? Do you want to have contact or no contact?
Correct. Sir, if I may, is this also there's kind of 2 points here. One is, though, I reiterated over and over again to the deputies that nothing that occurred in my house was against my will. I reiterated over and over again, I never felt as a victim of domestic violence. Carla and I have a very weird situation sometimes. I'm currently married, and I believe my wife instigated a lot of this issue. I'm not afraid of Carla in any way whatsoever. I reiterated to the deputies that
Let me just, again, we're not here to try the case today.
No, but
I'm considering conditions of release. If you're not afraid of her, I need to know that.
no, Your Honor.
If you want to have contact with her, you can let me know that. Okay. Any questions from the state?
No questions, Judge.
Your Honor, just, if I may have one question. If anything did occur and you were in fear of your life, would you call 911? If anything did occur, would you call 911?
I would if.
Thank you.
It's a complicated answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir. Do we have any prior history?
She has no history, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Solano Rangel, I'm going to, I can't release you directly on pretrial release due to the nature of the charge, but I'm going to set bond in the amount of $100.
Bueno, señora Rangel, no puedo permitirle salir bajo el Departamento de Libertad Provisional por la naturaleza de la acusación, pero le voy a asignar una fianza de $100.
It will be conditioned upon supervision by pretrial release.
Sin embargo, sí será supervisada por el Departamento de Libertad Provisional.
It will further be conditioned upon you not having any hostile contact with Chad Dombeck.
Además, la otra condición también es que le está prohibido tener trato o contacto hostil con el señor Chad Dombeck.
The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you in this case.
Además, le estoy nombrando a los defensores públicos para que la representen en esta causa.
Your next court date will be
Next court date is still in jail, July 2nd, if out, July 20th, in courtroom 4A at 10 a.m.
Las próximas vistas serán el 2 de julio, si es que todavía sigue encarcelada, y si ha logrado salir, la próxima vista entonces sería el 20 de julio en la sala 4A a las 10 de la mañana.
Perfecto.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Ms. Morales.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sir, if you go downstairs, the state attorney's office is downstairs on the third floor.
Well, they-
Okay. Yeah, usually they have to receive the paperwork, and without the paperwork, they can't. You could file something. Yeah.
You can also contact the Public Defender's Office, and maybe he has a card he can give you. All right, Maria Sepulveda. Good afternoon. Tell us your name, please.
Maria Sepulveda.
I'm sorry?
Maria Sepulveda.
Ms. Sepulveda, you were arrested for driving while under the influence and resisting an officer without violence. Your bond is set at $500 in each count. Do you have any prior history?
She has no priors, and she does qualify for direct non-monetary PTR.
All right. Really extreme circumstance here, but Ms. Sepulveda, because you have no prior history, I'm going to release you on pretrial release. That will be conditioned upon you not possessing or consuming any alcoholic beverages at all, or any controlled substance without a valid prescription. You're not allowed to go to any bars or any other places primary source of income is derived from the sale of alcoholic beverages. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be
Next court date for 2020 CT 1591 and 2020 MM 1489, July 20th in courtroom 4A at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Cassiopeia Simmons. Afternoon, state your name, please. Ms. Simmons, you were arrested on a charge of battery. Your bond was set at 0. Do we have any prior history on Ms. Simmons?
Yes, she has 4 priors, 2 DUIs, followed by a violation of probation on the DUI, and the most recent 2018 battery domestic with the same victim, however, it was dropped.
All right. Ms. Simmons, I'm going to set bond the amount of $100 in your case. It'll be conditioned upon supervision by pretrial release. If you do post bond, you're going to have to find another place, at least on a temporary basis. You'll not return to 6121 Bass Highway, although you may do so on one occasion accompanied by a law enforcement officer to retrieve clothing or personal possessions that you have at that address. You will not have contact directly or indirectly with Charles Wagner at this time until further order of the court. You will not possess or consume any alcoholic beverages at all or any controlled substance without a valid prescription. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. The conditions of no contact and no return may very possibly be modified to allow you to have contact, to allow you to return, but that has to be done by the court. If you have contact or return, even if Mr. Wagner invites that to occur without a modification of the order that I'm entering today, that would be a violation of your conditions of release, and you could wind up in jail without bond until the case is resolved. So if you want to have contact or return, contact the Assistant Public Defender immediately. They can schedule a motion before the judge will be hearing the case, and that can be considered. All right, your next court date will be?
If still in jail, July 2nd. If filed, July 20th in courtroom 4A at 10 a.m.
Thank you. Lou Stevens?
Your Honor, he is currently in the hospital.
All right. Yeah, we reset him from yesterday. We'll reset him again tomorrow, see if he's out. Sam Shinkman?
He's not here, Your Honor.
Okay, he was in medical yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor.